I'm sorry, I was jamming out. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Crash Team Racing, a game that I've played so many times on this channel, and not just one time, because it's a great fucking game. Actually, am joined by Dennis today. Hello. Hello. Hey, can they hear you? Talk, Dennis.
Hello, my name is Dennis. I do this.
Yes, he does. I think you're actually quiet. Let me adjust your volume. You ever start a stream after you tested everything, and no matter how many times you test it and make sure it's fine, and then it just doesn't work? You ever do that? Does that ever happen to you, Dennis?
Yeah, that makes me think of like that meme. It's like, it's like that. It's like Katy Perry or something. Like, you just gotta tell me you're fine even though you're not. Or something like that.
Everything's fine. It's all fine. You know, that's what happened today. So yeah, just keep talking. Just keep talking. Tell me a story, Dennis.
I'll bring my mic closer.
That actually was very, very loud and clippy, but I mean, it was technically loud.
What did you say?
Tell me a story.
Story. Once upon a time, there was a Curly. He lived in a magical land known as Curly Land. In this Curly Land, there was his wife and a baby that takes up way too much of his time. And Curly also has a job where he works at a place that may or may not have graveyards. And yeah, that's Curly. That's Curly's life. He works maybe with graveyards.
Maybe with so I need to.
Curly is a graveyard therapist.
That's what I do.
In this magical fancy land known as Curly Land, he is Curly Land's graveyard therapist.
So, like, the half of that was actually true. I like to imagine that, like, it's not really just a job, it's just an old-time hobby, just to go sit out there and, like, how you feeling there, graveyard? You doing all right out here? There was a language barrier. As you guys know, Dennis might or might not be a Swedish boy. And for probably 2 years that I knew the man, I'd be like, yeah, I'm working graveyard tonight. And I'm thinking he completely understands what I mean by that. And then one day he asked, like, why are you still working the two jobs, man? Like, the casino and the graveyard. I'm like, wait, no, I'm working graveyard at the casino. And he's like, there's a graveyard at the casino? And I'm like, no, he doesn't understand. Like, graveyard shift is a thing in America where it's basically the overnight shift, and we just call it that for whatever fucking reason. So I'm glad that you brought that back up into my life.
You're welcome. But you're now a graveyard therapist.
Yeah. Honestly, I would prefer it over my actual job title, which is food and beverage manager at a casino, which I don't like. Excuse me. It sucks. So we're playing Crash Team Racing today. We're supposed to play Super Mario Party, but someone, not going to mention any names, someone borrowed my game, and I didn't know. So we're playing Crash Team Racing today, said. And if Ryan ever downloads the game, or if D-Rock buys it real quick, you guys are free to join us, because we're playing just, you know, some online races. I feel like Dennis is going to give me a run for my money, because I played this game when it first launched for like a week and was like all about it, and then completely forgot that it existed. Whereas Dennis has about 100 hours put into this game. So it should be a fair match. 140. I'm sorry. My bad. Thank you for the correction. Curly, when are we touching buttholes? Right now. I don't know. I don't remember the maps, so I'm gonna just go with whichever one you vote on. Or maybe I should vote against that.
I voted for a really hard one. Oh, we have another player.
Wow, Hugopio 88. What does his little cursor thing mean next to his name?
I think that's acceleration.
Oh, okay.
No, that's top speed, I think, because I have acceleration.
I have handling, so I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. By the way, yeah, we're not playing Bloodborne tonight. I don't know if you guys noticed.
This is not Bloodborne.
What's your experience with Bloodborne? I know we've kind of talked a little bit about it, but I can't
absolutely
remember.
None.
Because you're a hardcore PlayStation boy. So it's kind of weird that you missed out on one of the biggest exclusives, you know, on the PS4.
Yeah. It's just I'm not really into the Soulsborne stuff.
Which ones have you tried?
Sekiro.
Oh shit. That one's supposed to be a
Which
good one.
I know is the hardest one.
Like I fell in love with it. I figured I was never really against that style of game, but it just never really intrigued me until Bloodborne had its resurgence like earlier this year, and I kept seeing clips on Twitter, and I'm like, dude, this game looks pretty dope. I didn't realize it was like a horror game. I thought it was just like kind of more medieval, like the Dark Souls games, but it's really just like straight up like a horror game. It's crazy, and I fell in love with it. I don't like some aspects of it, like the grindiness to it, because yeah, I mean the gameplay is amazing though. Like the combat in it, it's incredible. There's so many different ways you can go about every fight. It's really good. But yeah, we're not playing that tonight.
I mean, if you listen to some people, Crash is Dark Souls.
Okay, I hit the wrong thing. Yeah, some people definitely say that. I've heard it. I've heard that said today. Why am I hitting my brake? Is there a brake button on this game?
Yeah, it's it's Y.
Did you you played through the story mode of this game?
Yeah.
Did you beat it?
Yeah.
I beat it when I was a kid.
I have 140 hours in this game, Curly. What else do you think I've done?
I don't know. I didn't know, man. Maybe just playing with buddy boys, or I don't know.
No, none of my friends wants to play with me in this game, including you until now.
Well, I mean, I love this game. Don't get me wrong. It's just I have to tend to my graveyard therapy. Oh God, not the saws. Have you played the Crash Bandicoot 4 since the update?
Yes.
How's that?
Not a lot, but some. I mean, it looks beautiful on PlayStation 5.
Because I played it on the PlayStation 5 but before the update, but I haven't played since they did that sweet nasty upgrade.
Yeah, it's sweet 4K 60. Looks incredible.
How upset are you that Toys for Bob was like, I mean Vicarious was absolved?
Yeah, and Toys for Bob is now supposedly willingly making Call of Duty stuff. Yeah, I'm very, very mad about it. I made a tweet that said, that basically linked the Toys for Bob thing, and I said, you're not allowed to be mad about this if you didn't buy Crash 4.
Damn, that's true. Yeah. I mean, but it sold well, right? It didn't do like the.
It didn't do like the trilogy, which
right.
I don't think Activision suspected it would. I mean, but it still probably didn't perform as well as it could have.
I guess so. How did Tony Hawk sell?
I know that probably sold even worse.
You think so? God damn, that remake was incredible.
I haven't played that yet. I never played the Tony Hawk games.
Dude, they're amazing. Oh shit! Oh shit! I did it. What? Race ends in 18 seconds, but I'm not done.
Yes, the other player, he finished. I'm not good at this stage. This is a hard one.
Can I just... Oh, I'm about to... I finished! There isn't much grinding if you just stop dying. Shaboinky boink! I'll have you know that I one-shotted Vicar, or whatever that guy's name was. So... that was the best thing I could come up with was God damn it. Oh, God. Dude, I forgot what we were talking about, but speaking of one shot, I played Returnal for the first time last week, and that game is fucking
watched your stream for a little
awesome.
bit.
Oh, you watched it?
Not the whole thing, but a little bit of it.
Well, I made it through the first boss on my first run. I thought that was pretty cool. And so apparently I was cheating the whole time and didn't realize it. Because apparently you weren't supposed to heal at the ship. And then that was patched out or something now. When you try to brag but can't pronounce part of it. Shut up, Scott! According to Google, Crash 4 sold less than 1 million. I don't believe it. I don't believe it was that low. There's no way.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right. It could be like some launch sales that Activision showed up, but I mean, there are very few publishers that actually share specific sales numbers. Nintendo's like the only one.
Right. Changed my cart.
So yeah, that's definitely not right.
Yeah, that can't be right. Dude, I got a spaceship. Vicar, yeah. I one-shotted that hoe. It was great. Dude, that game is exhilarating. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's easy to say, like, oh, when you finally beat that boss, it gives you that rush of adrenaline. It gives it to me like no other game has before, I think. Just because of the intensity of the music and everything swelling, and then, like, it's legitimately challenging. And
there's a boss fight later that I think you're going to be completely insane about.
Oh, you're talking about I meant Bloodborne, but Returnal, I got that rush too. Yet, well, I probably would have had it more if I had struggled with that. Not to be like, oh, I'm the greatest, but I beat him on my first try, so it didn't seem like the challenge was like overbearing. But it could have been just because, like I said, I was cheating and healing at the ship, and my build I feel was like really good. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just a god gamer. I don't know.
I've been a really big fan of Returnal, and that comes from someone who has never liked a roguelike before.
Yeah, I've never played one. This is my first one, and although I barely like dipped my feet into it. I don't know if that's not a saying. Dipped my feet into it. Dipped my toes. Dipped my toes? Is that a saying?
Or go for it.
I forgot what I was saying. I got so caught up on the the analogy. It's not even an analogy. What were we talking about?
Returnal.
Oh yeah, I barely scratched the surface. There we go. That's one. But I'm super.
I barely scratched
impressed.
my toes on it.
I barely scratched my toes in the surface. But yeah, I'm
I barely
impressed.
dipped my toes in the surface.
Right, that's a good one. I barely dipped my surface scratched. I barely scratched my toes. So stupid. The astronaut thing is really creepy, but I like it.
Yeah.
I didn't expect I didn't expect it to be quite as polished as it is, and for there to be like a heavy narrative. I don't know why that is. I guess like
I mean, I did expect it to be polished. It's House Park after all.
Well, I just mean to the degree. Like I expected. I don't know how to explain it. I expected more of like a AA feel from it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. Housemarque has only made like smaller arcade games before.
That's how I mean, because it feels way bigger than anything they've done. Because it is, obviously. but to a degree where it's just like I can't believe this game is like this well done at such a large scope from Housemarque, and that's not like a detriment to them. That's a compliment. But
yeah,
goddamn.
Yeah, it's definitely like some kind of situation where Sony came to them and like, yo, do you want to make a fucking AAA game? And they were like, fuck yes.
Hell yeah. Do you think Housemarque will be bought up by them?
I don't know. I hope not, because Sony keeps shutting down their studios.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, I like it though. Ryan's been obsessed with it. I know he's going for that platinum trophy, and I've seen like nightmares all over Twitter about the fucking trophies being broken and shit. Dude, did we get beat by a computer?
No, we're playing against other players.
Oh, I didn't know who Lewis was.
There are two others.
This is why I wanted you to play Dark Souls games, and I'm glad you're finally getting around to it. I didn't expect to like it as much as I do, I'll be honest. Then he jumped in obvious lava and died. No, listen. I didn't jump in obvious lava. There was a room. I got to the second biome, and this is the one thing that I don't like about the game, is because I was like, all right, I beat the first boss. Let's save the next biome for the next time we stream it. And I literally couldn't stop because there's no save function, and I didn't want to just end the run just because, you know what I mean? But I was almost going for like 4 hours at this point. Like, there's got to be a better way to do it. There's got to be some kind of saving system. But I'm in the second biome, which is like a desert, right, Dennis? And there's this room that seemingly has water to my eyes, right? And there's a bunch of lasers that are going back and forth to where it looks like you have to time your movement between these lasers. Again, it's a desert, so if it happened to be lava, everything is red here. It could have just been water and it just looked like fucking red. Plus, there's red lasers shooting into the water. So I jumped in, and I'm just getting murdered. Then the door locks behind me, and it disabled my dash. So I was just completely fucked and died there. Like, what the fuck?
I know exactly the room you're talking about. And yeah, I don't know what to do in that room, to be honest. I think it's some kind of skill that you open up later, but I mean, I don't know. I haven't gotten that skill.
It was just
I'm way further in the game, and I'm still looking back in that at that room, and I'm like, how the fuck do you do anything in that room? Like, I still don't know what to do there.
Did you die there before?
No, I just went in and like, I'm not gonna.
I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have been like, no. Apparently, it was black and red liquid. Dude, it looked like water to me. Because here's the particles of the lasers just made it look like water, you know? Because I thought the redness was coming from the lasers. I have to go back and rewatch. I don't believe you. I think it looked like water.
So, like, I think one of the weirdest. I mean, first of all, you die when you jump into water in the game anyway. So
that's a good point. But this is like life draining water. Plus, it was like only knee deep. Listen, it looked like you could walk on it, Ryan. That's all I'm saying. I think it's bullshit that I made it that far for that long, and the way that I die is for some stupid ass room like that. I think it's nonsense. Nonsense.
I think so. You talked about the save thing, and I think it's sad that a lot of the conversations online about this game is devolving into, why does it not have a save feature? I mean, obviously, it should have some kind of quick save that functions like the rest mode does. I think that's a very fair complaint. But the thing is, you can hear when a lot of people haven't played this game because they're like, you can't save? And it's like, I mean, the game actually fucking saves.
Yeah.
I mean, it just doesn't save the run you're doing. But like, a lot of people just seem to think that the game just actually doesn't save anything. And you can just see that people haven't actually played the game.
Yeah,
they say like,
there's definitely like
to that degree.
There's an unwarranted hate train going around about it, which gets in the way of the real critique, because I definitely think that it is a problem that hopefully gets patched or fixed, hopefully, but I know exactly what you mean. The discussion kind of gets buried behind the nonsense. But I do want some kind of saving. I've seen both sides of it where people are like they don't want people to cheat the game basically and just reload their save. But like, why would that even matter?
You wouldn't be able to do that though if it's a quick save system.
Right. Yeah.
And not where like the save is destroyed when you load the save. You know.
Yeah. Just make it to where once you use it, it's gone. You know what I mean? Like, that's fair.
The one thing I can see is that you could save and close the game, then like upload that save to PlayStation Plus, and then like restart, and then like play the game, die, and then you just download your PlayStation Plus save. Like, I could see that being the reason why they did it the way they did.
If someone wants to go through all that trouble, just give it to them. They deserve it. Fuck it. Who cares? Like, that's a lot of trouble. You know what I mean? It's kind of like Bloodborne, just because that's on the top of my brain. I cannot think of sayings or like analogies today. It's on the top of my head. But like, that game, when you die, it's like detrimental, but technically you could save scum on that game and like, it doesn't matter. Like, the game is still extremely difficult, and if you're playing it like at a cheating way, that's fine. Who cares? Who gives a shit? I just don't understand. I didn't even finish that race. I'm very upset. Oh shit. Foxel Forth. It's just upsetting. It's upsetting. Because I feel like that death was unwarranted, and I maybe would have appreciated it more if I could have just ended that stream when I wanted to. It's all about me, Dennis. Also, one other very, very nitpicky thing that I noticed about Returnal is in the audio settings, right? It gives you the choice for the 3D audio or the stereo bar or whatever, right? But you can only use the 3D audio if you have a headset plugged into your controller. So there's no way for me to do the 3D audio while streaming, which is a bummer.
You could connect it, just plug a cord into the controller.
Yeah, but then I have to plug that controller into my computer input audio. That's way too much work. Fuck you, Foxel Forth. Left the game. We weren't good enough for him.
Yeah.
But why not just let me use the 3D audio even if I don't have headphones?
Yeah, it is. I mean, to be fair, currently the PlayStation 5 only supports 3D audio with headphones.
That's crazy though. Like, what about people with surround sound?
Well, it doesn't support it yet.
But why? It's dumb.
It is. I think it's because the way they do surround sound. Oh damn! Now I have a lot of players.
Jesus.
They use, what was it called? That, like, the ear thing. They like shape it to your ear and stuff.
Oh, I don't think that's a thing yet, right?
No, I mean, you do it when you set up the PlayStation.
I didn't do that.
I mean, you pick one of the 5 presets.
I don't remember that. That's like a memory that I don't have anymore. I think I remember setting up my PlayStation. I don't remember it asking about my ear holes.
Am I wrong, Ryan? That happened, right?
I remember when
I'm pretty sure you picked one of the ear things in the beginning.
Mark Cerny in that weird, very bad press conference for the PlayStation 5, he was talking about like sending pictures of your ear to him.
Yeah. Yeah, that I don't think you can do that yet. But
right.
Like, you can pick one of the 5 presets when you start the PS5, I think.
Really? I don't think
I'm pretty sure I picked one of the things.
Binaural panning. I guess that's what it would be. But supposedly they can sculpt the sound that they give to you based on the shape of your ear and shit.
Mm.
Yeah, it happened. Curly's dumb. Okay. Well, I must have been so excited that I just like picked what. How do you? I can't see my ears. How would I have picked something?
No, I think you put on headphones while it happens, I believe, and then it like plays a sound and you pick the one
No,
that sounds
that
best.
didn't happen. I would have remembered that. That didn't happen. Well, how'd that guy jump so high?
He jumps.
Okay. That much is true.
Yep.
Oh, I'm by Dennis. I feel accomplished on the first lap. Stop going so fast. Oh, there we go. Oh, this map's dope. Reminds me of the music park on Mario Kart.
Oh yeah. Fuck, I really want new Mario Kart.
You think we'll get it?
I'm not sure actually. I mean, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is selling like hotcakes. Like, why would Nintendo make another Mario Kart?
Because it would also sell like hotcakes? It's been so
Yeah.
long, man. Come on.
But yeah, it would make sense. I mean, like the Switch is the only Nintendo console since the Super Nintendo that doesn't have its own Mario Kart.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, unless do they honestly consider that like a new Mario Kart? I mean, granted, I'm in the camp of like Deluxe is very much worth it if you like Mario Kart 8 because some of the additions fucking awesome. The double items, battle mode, all that shit. Oh man, it's good.
One of the most underrated features of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is smart steering. I don't use it because I don't need to, but like when I play the game with like family members that don't play games,
it's like where it steers you away from edges.
It goes from I am first, literally, like, or like they are in last place every race, to they can actually play the game.
Right. Dude, I'm not gonna finish this race. How are these people so good? Oh, wait, I made it! I didn't make it! Fuck! How? This game looks awesome, like visually. Dude, this game's incredible.
You're out, buy the game.
You're out, buy, man. It's only $60 or ish. There's something like that.
Might be
honestly,
on
I'm
sale.
gonna just say it. This game is better than Mario Kart 8. It's better.
Yeah, I think it's well. I think it's weird. I think this game is better for people who wants to be fucking sweaty about kart racers.
Yeah. Well, like here's the thing.
But
like,
Mario Kart 8 is a way better game if you're on a more casual level.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like here's the thing. I'm
Or
getting
like
my ass
casual to
handed
pro.
to me.
Yeah,
Completely
like
right
Mario
now.
Kart is better. Mario Kart is better from like casual to pro, and Crash Team Racing is like, okay, I'm gonna try a little bit to master mind play.
Yeah, this game is very much like a skill-based kart racer. Even though there's still some elements that are like, you know, RNG'd and stuff, but like the drifting is so much more of a like necessary mechanic to master. Better but less accessible to mainstream audiences. I agree. Yeah.
Mm.
I think the characters are better in Mario Kart, but
Yeah.
that's not very fair.
I mean, don't you like classic characters like one of the girls from Crash Team Racing?
Oh yeah, I forgot about her.
Oh yeah, that iconic character.
Oxide Vortex Castle. Yo, I want to go to this gingerbread place. Just give me a new Mod Nation. Dude, Mod Nation Racers was incredible. That shit was so good.
Yeah.
It felt so fast, and like, man, the drifting and the boost mechanics of that game, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I liked how you gained boost. I think you gained boost by sliding, and then you could use it as a shield.
Right. Yeah, there were so many things that you could do with the boost. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah, and I also loved making tracks in it.
I didn't like that. I did love playing through other people's tracks. There was like this badass Mortal Kombat one. And dude, just the amount of customization for characters was dope. There were so many people that made like Goku and Spider-Man and Venom and Batman Robin and shit. So cool.
Did we just do a private match?
Okay. How do you do that?
Well, you go to private match. So cancel out. Press B.
I did it. I did it, Dennis. How do I invite you? Friends?
I'm joining you.
Oh, so your friends can just join. Nice.
Yes. Imagine if it was that simple.
Imagine. That game made drifting so damn fun. Dude, the drifting... I think that's my favorite drifting out of all the kart racers. Probably out of any racing game. The drifting was so much fun. And the way the courses were designed, like... In this game, for some reason, my drift feels too sharp, but I think it's because I'm just bad. But that game, you had like a sliding drifting. It was like a nice combination of what Mario Kart is and what this is. But the game was so much faster, too. Well,
I think I went back to play Mod Nation Racers because I have my PS3 up. And I've also played like Mario Kart since I've got like really good at Crash Team Racing. I literally can't play any other kart racers. Like the power sliding in CTR is all I can do now.
Wow, interesting. Yeah, I actually remember that.
I went from I'd slay everyone in Mario Kart to what am I doing?
Yeah, I remember jumping from Mario Kart to Mod Nation. The drifting feels so different that it's like it's hard to wrap your head around the fucking game. And this game for me, like I've never been great at it. Although I've been playing it for fucking decades, it feels like. Otaku, I'm playing it on Switch. God damn it, you and your power sliding ass.
And it's the 480p graphics. No, it's actually it's 720p.
Yeah, this game looks beautiful on my Switch. I can't imagine what it looks like on a like real console.
I think it runs at 4K on Pro.
Damn.
Not sure though. Still 30 FPS, which sucks. Because I mean, this game would easily run at 60 on PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Which would be awesome.
Too bad that'll never happen.
Yeah.
I would have loved for
Like,
them to make an actual sequel to this akin to Crash Bandicoot 4.
Yeah, man. Like with the Crash 4 art style and shit, that would be dope. But I guess we're never gonna see that happen.
Well, I don't know. Maybe in another 15 years. No?
We need more Warzone seasons.
Did I just call the Switch not a real console? Yes. I've been spoiled by my PS5 the past like couple months that picking up my Switch, I'm like, yeah, I'm ready for an upgrade. Don't get me wrong, I love my Switch, but it definitely feels more like a handheld console to me at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it really shows like how behind it is. Like I'm playing PlayStation 5 games in 4K 60 frames per second with fucking ray tracing, man. Like,
yeah.
And then you go back to this, it's like 720p 30 FPS, and I'm like, and I'm like I showed you my like the Backbone controller that I have. Like I'm playing Genshin Impact on my phone at 60 FPS. Like
you basically have like
my
a Switch
phone
Pro already.
my phone just like crazily outperforms the Switch, and it's just like, oh man, just Nintendo, just make a new one, like improve it, make release the Pro. I'm here for it. I need some improvements. This is dragging it down.
Do you think there's any chance in hell Breath of the Wild 2 comes out this year?
I think if they don't announce it at E3, no.
Absolutely, yeah, it would be their E3 call. I thought it was a shoe. I thought it was a for sure until Skyward Sword was announced. That makes me think that it's next year now.
Yeah. So yeah, I would bet that it's coming out in March, like Breath of the Wild did.
Yeah, that makes sense. I could see that for sure. Why
Are you gonna pick another
game? Breath of the Wild 2 this year? No. Let me just believe, man. I really thought it was gonna happen. I did. Until the Skyward Sword was announced, the remaster of that. I don't know, it just felt like it was time. And then I was also curious about God of War, if that's actually really happening this year. But it seems like we're getting awfully late for 0-0 for what we've seen. Like, we've seen nothing of that game. So, like, god damn it. I really thought that was happening too. Surely can't raise. Fuck you, Mort. Mort, do you have this game? 1v1 us. And by 1v1, I mean 2v1. And by that, I mean free for all. Okay, I learned how Sony is doing its 3D audio. Nerd curiosity was piqued. It's pretty fascinating. I haven't gotten to experience it much yet, but I've heard Returnal's got really good shit. Too bad I couldn't experience it. You have Mario Kart? What the fuck is Mario Kart? Ew, just kidding. I love that game.
I mean, you can still play it with surround sound though.
Yeah,
like I'm playing with a surround system, and I can hear like positional audio and stuff.
Yeah. Doing a quick system update, then hopping in. Sweet, Ryan. Thanks.
Sweet. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's super. The audio is super useful in Returnal. Like, I can totally tell when an enemy is behind me. Like, oh, something is behind me. I need to turn around.
Right. Radio audio is fascinating. Just the concept.
Yeah. I mean, technically, like 3D audio should just be audio.
Yeah, exactly. It is. And it's funny because like you
it's what we call audio that should be 2D audio, because no audio in actual real life is 2D.
Well, it's like the concept of you're doing a 3D spectrum of audio, in quotations 3D, with two speakers. There's a left and a right. There's not like a front and back, but you still are able to manage distance by tricking your ears through the usage of volume and reverb and stuff like that. It's just crazy. Because like stuff really sounds like it's behind you, even though it's just on the left side and right side of your ear. Nothing's physically behind you unless you're on like an actual surround sound system. It's just crazy.
Yeah,
it's cool.
like virtual surround sound bars is like mind blowing. How they can do like virtual surround speakers and stuff.
Right. It's automating phase, flips, volumes, EQs. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of like audio science behind it, and it's really fascinating as an audio engineer, especially like the way they're able to do that. The stuff you can do with phase in audio is crazy, which is basically kind of like when you have a sound source that is being picked up in two different areas. Since sound travels at a specific speed and it can only cover so much distance in a moment, say you have two microphones picking up the same sound source, they're going to be at a different phase basically, which makes like recording drums a nightmare because you have to make sure everything's in phase and shit. It's terrible. But yeah, the things you can do with phase cancellation and stuff is fucking trippy as hell. Because like the same like sine wave will sound completely different in a room depending on where you're standing. It's crazy. It's crazy. Audio shit, man. Psychoacoustics affecting audio processing. You fucking dork, Scott. You fucking dork. I know, it's fascinating. I love it. Phase flips mimic the fact that humans have 2 mic spheres. Right, yeah. I love just messing around with that sometimes. Before I even understood what phase was, but you have the flip phase button on like your console. Back in the day I had the studio in a box type of setup, and I would flip that not knowing what the fuck it was, but I know it fucked up the sound, and it was just I would love to play around with that shit. Even though I was destroying my mixes. I had no idea what it was. I was like, that sounds cool now. It's just out of phase fucking bass guitar. It's like, no, stop. Dude, that monkey has a alligator tail. What is going on there?
I would imagine when they made that character, they were like, ooh, look at the dingo dial. Let's do another dingo dial.
Oh no, I didn't mean to. That's fine. I'm sure it's fine. How do I change the level again?
You go into game settings.
Oh, I was going to customization, like a doofus. Although it does seem like what you would go to. What's really crazy is that they said they want to create a way to map the 3D audio to each individual person's use. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. And apparently, there was already a thing in the PS5 setup menu that I completely missed out on where you got to test it out with your ears. But I don't think that's real stuff.
Try 5 different presets.
Yeah.
And you just get to pick the one that's closest. But they're supposed to let you send in pictures of your ears so they can make a custom profile just for you.
I love the memes of everybody like taking pictures and sending them straight to Mark Cerny after that. just adding him on Twitter like, here you go, Mark. Hook it up. It's so stupid. Yeah.
Oh man. That's I think that's like the funny thing about that is like Mark Cerny's like an actual really smart person.
Yeah.
And just imagining like he's just excited about cool things that he and his team has like developed, and then he's talked about just people just sending him pictures of his ears, their ears on Twitter. It's like, I don't have time for this shit.
It's all just a scam because he's got an ear kink. We all know it. Only way to make that consumer friendly would be through a game. Be a very interesting game. Dude, that would be cool. Like the 3D audio setup the game. They could do it. They could do it. Like picture like an Astrobot game. But it just goes through your ear canal. That'd be the most disgusting experience.
Do you think we'll get another Astrobot game? Like a legit one?
No.
It's in a VR game.
It's going to be for the VR2. Well, the PSVR 2. I don't think we're gonna see the Astro's Playroom style game.
I wonder what the next PSVR is gonna look like.
Yeah, me too. Hopefully, I mean, honestly, I don't mind the way that it looks now. It looks, the PSVR 1 fits the aesthetic for the PS5 way more than it did the PS4, to be honest.
Yeah.
The aesthetic is already there.
It's
just the cables.
Really weird that the PSVR controllers do not have any white accents to it. The
Move controller. Yeah, well, those were made for the PS3 anyway, right?
Yeah, no, I mean the new PSVR controllers.
Wait, have they shown what those look like?
Yeah.
What?
They look like Oculus Touch controllers.
I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, they did an official announcement on the PlayStation blog.
Damn, I didn't see the controllers. That's pretty fucking stupid, because like their whole aesthetic, like, although I'm not like the biggest fan of how the PS5 looks, Like everything is uniform, like all the peripherals. Why wouldn't the new move controllers match? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I still want a.
Yeah, it's really. Go ahead.
I still want like just a single tone, DualSense, rather than the dual
So
tone.
there were leaks recently that they're making a red and a gray DualSense controller.
Oh man, give me the fucking red, please. Hopefully it's
Yes,
not like
I'll
red and
want
white,
that.
because I don't like those color combos.
It's supposed to be red and black, and the
Hell
other one's
yeah.
supposed to be gray and black.
Fuck me up with those, please. Oh, I'm ready.
Same. The only reason I haven't bought another DualSense yet is because I want.
I'm
another
closing the
color.
gap, Dennis. I was 30 seconds behind. Now I'm 10 and a half seconds. Ready? How do I do this? There should be on the main menu. There should be online.
I assume you have Curly as a friend, so you should be able to just join him.
Yeah. You want Ryan to join the call or say fuck that?
Yeah, you can join.
No, fuck that. I'm just kidding. I love Discord so fucking much, but sometimes finding my friends is a nightmare because I'm like, is it Sweet Tea? Is it Ryan?
Yeah. the one feature I want the most is on Skype, where you can just edit other people's names.
Yeah, please.
Like, just let me set a nickname for every one of my friends. Like, I just want to give all my friends just their actual real names,
Right.
so I know everyone is.
No clue, honestly, but I read an interview about how they'd send you something, then you complete a test essentially, then send it back to them, and then they create perfect headphones. I imagine it's like how you have the in-ear monitors for like bands and musicians. It's probably like an ear mold, but it seems kind of dangerous to just give that to a consumer. I don't know. It's got to be something like that. It has to be some sort of mold for your ear. But I don't know.
They did say that what they
Can you hear
used.
me?
Yo,
Yes.
what up, baby?
What's up? Hey, we're not friends on Switch.
Oh my god.
What a fucking
Curly.
asshole.
I think
I'm the asshole. You've been using my Switch online, but you didn't give me any kind of friend code? Who's the asshole?
No. I gave you my friend code because I had to enable using your Switch online.
That's not true.
Oh, wait, you're right. I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I'm right. You just gave me an email address.
Yeah, that's probably true. Actually, you know what? I'm pretty sure Bree is using yours, but I think I'm still paying for my own like an idiot.
Weird. In which case, I don't think Bree has it anymore because mine bounced. I just had to re-up.
Okay. Well, thanks for the heads
Just,
up.
You should just get the Switch Online family plan and just put.
I had it. I had D-Rock and Mark and everybody on mine, and then I didn't even realize that my service ended.
So all of us would have been
But
fucked.
yeah.
try it out because it feels really good, but I don't know how it feels in practice.
How long? I have a question. How long have I been on just my webcam stream? I looked over at the stream, and it's just my webcam, and I'm like, wait a minute. How long is?
I sort of got carried then.
If I've been, did anybody ever see gameplay? Was I playing the game before, Ryan?
You have had a gameplay in.
You definitely had gameplay up.
The scene changed for no reason. I never changed the scene. I don't understand.
That's hilarious.
I'm so confused. That's amazing.
Yeah.
What if I had made the most miraculous recovery for a race? What if?
It wouldn't exist. It wouldn't happen.
Yeah,
Nobody would believe you.
I know. I mean,
I
would have
certainly wouldn't back you up.
Yeah, I know you
would
wouldn't.
not.
God, I can't believe I just beat Dennis finally. It was crazy.
My phone just started playing music. It's like, why are you playing music? It's like, oh, this is my wake up routine.
Oh, I chose the same map like a dick. I'm be honest though, this map is awesome because you can take the little shortcuts and a lot of drifties.
So do you guys want to know the low key best way to wake up in the morning?
Yes.
So I don't actually use an alarm. I use Siri shortcuts to start playing one of my playlists, and set the volume to 40%, and then just let it play. And what happens is that you will slowly wake up, and then as you're listening to the music, your brain has something to focus on, so you don't fall asleep again.
That sounds... I feel like I'd just get aggravated though, and then I wouldn't want to hear that music again.
No,
that music would ruin it.
That's the thing. That's the thing. You don't have it obnoxiously loud. So you just kind of slowly wake up to some nice music that you really like.
But again,
because I know what you mean. I know what you mean. When you set something as your wake up sound, as your alarm sound, after a while, you just get angry at it and you never want to hear that sound again.
Right.
But because you don't have it at an obnoxious sound level, you just have it at 40%, where it's normal and what you would usually listen to music at, and it's just nice. You just wake up and it's oh, this is really nice.
I don't know if you know my normal music listening volume habits. The one flaw here is I'm a heavy sleeper. So I've slept through my alarm on full volume, just slept through it several times.
Maybe it's just I have a really good sleep schedule, which you're messing up right now.
You're welcome.
No, but so.
Are you not a heavy sleeper, or are you a light sleeper?
I would imagine I'm a light sleeper because I wake up sometimes, but.
I also wake up sometimes.
Yes, no, sometimes
Unfortunately.
I just sleep eternally.
Ryan's kicking my ass. I'm mad.
I'm in last place, Taylor.
Oh, I thought I saw you ahead of me.
Yeah, I don't remember how the boost system works. I know you got to drift, and
you use so L and R are the drift buttons. So you hold down one of them to go into the drifting, and then you tap the other button when the boost meter is topped out, or just before it's topped out.
Yeah, you have to use both trigger buttons. That's the key that I was missing.
Yeah, keep the first one held while you're drifting. And you can do that 3 times before you have to start another drift.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna ask something stupid here. Have I been using the B button for no reason at all?
The B button is the accelerator.
That's the gas button.
Okay.
So yes, just don't use that one at all. You'll be fine.
Alright, sweet, cool. I can't wait to go for the platinum in a real racing game like Gran Turismo, dude. It's gonna take me so long. I suck at racing games so much.
So Ryan's going through this thing, Dennis, where he's going to platinum every Sony first-party game for the PS5.
Any Sony exclusive for the PS5.
All right.
And it's
Change
fun.
the map, Curly.
It's a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
I've beaten Returnal 4 times now.
Jesus Christ.
Oh damn.
Yeah, the collectibles are a nightmare in this game, man.
Really? Wait,
Yeah.
how do collectibles work if it's random? Oh, okay, so that's why it's a nightmare then.
It's random. They don't pop up on every run.
That's garbage. Why would they do that?
Man.
Oh man, to keep you playing.
I mean, the game's good enough to keep playing, you know?
The shitty thing is like your platinum time can range because I've seen people that have platinum it in 48 hours, which is what I'm around now. But then some people are reporting like 150 hours of playtime to get the platinum, and I'm like, man, I already have 250-hour platinums that I have to finish up with Neo and Neo 2. Like, I don't need another one. Like, also Ratchet and Clank notorious for just the grindiest fucking platinums ever. So
really.
Yeah, usually there's some ridiculous bolt collector trophy where you have to get like 1 billion bolts, and that usually takes at least 2 or 3 playthroughs.
Nice.
That's dumb.
You should go platinum Scalar and Plux Adventure on Clover Island. Not biased at all.
I'm absolutely gonna do that.
How's the platinum on that?
There's a similar one where you have to like get a bunch of fuck, I'm blanking on what the collectibles are in the game. Trust me, I've played it. But yeah, like you have to get like 100,000 or something of them.
Fuck.
Like 10,000 or something like that.
And that's like a shorter game too.
Yeah, the game is like 2 hours long.
Not
You're
anymore.
definitely not getting that in one playthrough.
My controls must be kind of fucked up because the B button for me is jump, and the left trigger changes my camera to reverse.
It's the L1 in R1, not L2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But B should be jumping.
Yeah, B is jump. My right trigger is my accelerate, which makes it really hard to do the boost with L1 and R1.
Oh, maybe check the controller settings. You might have like some kind of alternate control scheme or something.
Maybe you changed it at some point?
Maybe. I don't understand why I'm changing to this garbage.
Otherwise, maybe you have a controller remap in the system.
Oh yeah, you can remap for any game, right?
Yeah, but the thing is,
oh my god, I went from 1st to 5th place in like such a quick fucking succession.
You can't do game-specific remaps, which is trash.
Yeah.
By the way, that's something you can do on iOS, which I think is hilarious. Like, the PlayStation and the Nintendo doesn't let you do game-specific button remaps, but my fucking iPhone lets me do that.
Your iPhone costs over $1,000 though.
Yeah, but I think it's funny that Apple has like better game-specific features in some aspects.
I don't understand why not every single game doesn't just have controller mapping. Like, system-wide, yeah, sure, like the PlayStation, but like, how hard is it to just incorporate like a button mapping in a game? Is it a difficult thing? Am I just stupid?
It's not. The problem is that it often starts with like in the programmer mode where you start like oh, I'm just gonna hard code this action to the A button because I'm testing, and then that just kind of sticks.
I guess, but like, just let people choose, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just all about how the game is made from the beginning. It's like some people don't really consider the button remappings.
I think with the
some people don't really care about it.
I think with the uptick in accessibility options that we're seeing in like newer games, that the button remapping's got to be a point of emphasis going forward.
I hope so. I would just absolutely murder Ryan or somebody at the level of friendship I have with Ryan to just be able to button map my controls on the 3D All-Stars. Because god damn it, I want to just play with normal controls.
Let me see if I heard that correctly. The level of friendship that you and I have, you would kill me for trivial button remapping. I don't.
Right, you don't understand. You don't understand the pain that I've had. The level of like hype and excitement I had for 3D All Stars because I finally be able to play 64
but Curly,
on the go.
Curly, they pushed a patch. You're allowed to invert the camera now.
That's not the only thing that I need though, because like let me just finish my thought here. I have these all kinds of adapters to use a Nintendo 64 controller on a PC, on the Switch, on all kinds of shit, and it doesn't map the controls right, and you can't map on the Switch because it doesn't read it as a compatible gamepad where you can map buttons. Dumbest shit ever, right? So then in the game, there's no button mapping, so I'm using my Nintendo 64 controller, and the jump button is one of the C buttons for no fucking reason. And like the B button's a C button. I'm like, I tried my hardest, and yes, Ryan, I'd murder you for it.
See, here's the thing, and I mean, maybe this is attacking on me as a person, but my issue so much isn't that you would kill me for this, but the phrasing, the way you phrase it of, with the level of friendship I have with Ryan, I feel like I would murder him for this, as if our friendship is insignificant enough for that.
Hold on.
Like,
No.
That's hurtful.
My point to that is that I want this so bad that I would kill somebody that's close to the high level of friendship I have with you.
Okay, I'll take that. That's fine, man. Murder away, dude. We're cool.
See, the reason why I phrase it is because I don't actually want you to die. I like you a lot, Ryan. I love you.
What he will do is he will create a new friend that he's as close to as he is to you, only to kill that person in order to get button remapping.
He becomes expendable.
That seems fair.
Yeah. But if I happen to like him more than you, I tried my hardest. I'm sorry.
I feel you. I feel you.
But Curly, you know what you should do?
What's that?
You should play the fucking build of the Render 96 project that I got you.
Dude, it's so good. It's so good. It's another thing that I wish I could just use my Nintendo 64 controller. But it's worth it.
Why can't you do that?
It wouldn't work. I don't know. Whenever I would use a gamepad like I would like my PlayStation controller or even my Switch controllers, it would just work. But as soon as I use the adapter with the Nintendo 64, no dice. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, there's a new version of that out. There's someone who made Super Mario 64 Plus.
Oh shit!
Which is like a very streamlined thing that has like a lot of the good changes that they've made over the years of the months that they've been making this port. Yeah, it looks cool. It's a lot more streamlined and stuff. It instead of how the usual project is, which is like, here's a long checklist of stuff that you can turn on or off. This one's like, I've just like cherry picked some of the good stuff.
Ryan, there's like this it's called Render 96 or something, and it's basically people remaking Mario 64 but with like 60 frames second 4K graphics and shit. It's incredible.
Yeah.
And not even just that, but like remaking the assets. So like Bowser looks menacing as fuck. So cool.
The worst thing though is that they added a new Bowser in like the more recent versions, and he looks absolutely terrible. Like Like, I'm sorry, like, if you made that Bowser model and like look and hear this, but like, it looks terrible, and you have to remove it from the game. It's like, you know, the thing is like, up until the version that I picked for you, was like they were making changes that were like, yes, these are good changes.
Yeah.
You came 7th place.
Hey, he's been 8th place every other time. That's progress.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
So they've been making like good changes and stuff, but now, like with the 2.0 update, they started doing a lot of like, they took a lot of creative liberties that I don't agree with. Like, for example, one of the things they did is, you know, there's this promo shot where for Super Mario 64 where Mario and Bowser do the like crossed arm things back to back.
Right.
So I don't know if they've removed this since, but like last time I saw, when you go into a fight with Bowser does the fucking crossed arms things, and it looks so awkward and stupid because there's no animation blending. Like, it just snaps into pose. It's so awful. And I'm like, who thought this was a good idea? This looks terrible. And also, they redid like all of the animations for Bowser, and they look really jank, really bad. Like, it feels like, oh, look, this is my first animation thing that I've done, and I'm doing it in a public Mario 64 remake project. Like, dude, at least like do the second course.
I like to imagine that there's just one guy that had the Bowser job, and he does end up listening to this, and you just fucking destroyed this guy's whole ego in life.
Dude, I mean, look, if you're listening to this, like, I'm sorry, like, nothing personal, but like,
nothing personal, but die, please.
No, look, I want you to be better at what you do, and you need to hear this. Like, this doesn't look good, and you need to be better at animation and stuff. These animations are they're so jank. Like it's there's no like it feels like Bowser's legs are like they can't bend, so he just like
sorry.
He looks like, you know, doing like the classical like robot impression thing. It looks really bad.
I'm sorry, the classical robot?
You know when you do like the robot dance?
Oh, okay, yeah.
It looks like he's walking, but like that.
The way I interpreted that was like a Beethoven-esque robot. I don't know it actually, no.
Yeah, so that didn't look great.
Well,
but I don't know.
I thought Bowser looked pretty dope. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's in that one they were using the.
So you're just saying
the older,
in the newer
updated
version.
Bowser model. Yeah. They redid his Bowser model since, and that one looked really bad.
I see. Have you seen I'm behind on the curve, but all the Unreal Engine classic games type things, like a lot of Ocarina of Time, a lot of Mario 64 redone in like Unreal Engine 4. Like some of them look good, but
it's always in that just like open grass field you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm never a fan of those.
So they look really cool, but they never get like the scale. Like the Mario ones, Mario looks so tiny. Like it's like they made like a Mario figurine, like a toy in this big ass world. Like the scale for some reason just never looks right. But I
think one of the best looking projects that I've seen is someone did Metroid Prime.
Oh shit. God,
that one actually looked really good, but usually it's like this looks kind of awkward. Like some of them are better than others, but a lot of it's like, oh look, it's Sonic in the standard Unreal grass field. And it's like this doesn't look as good as you think it does.
Yeah, there's some. I don't know how often y'all jump into Dreams, but like the Sonic projects in Dreams are
they're
like
crazy.
they're crazy, and there's so fucking many of them. Like,
That's
Sega,
the thing. You can
Sega, what are you doing? Like, give us more Sonic. These people are so crazy that they're all just creating their own fucking games. Like,
the cool thing about Dreams is that you can just copy something that anyone has made. So
yeah.
someone spent a really long time making a functional Sonic in Dreams, and then everyone can just copy it and make their own Sonic levels.
Man, when is the next Sonic game going to come out? Sonic Forces was a while ago.
I think it's going to get... Sega's apparently going to be at E3. I think we're getting it this June. Or at least it's going to get announced.
You think there's any chance of Mania 2?
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
I think it's more likely that we're going to get the next 3D version of Sonic.
Same.
Or probably both. Maybe both. We'll see.
I have a feeling they're going to drop a Generations 2 eventually. Because Generations is like that one 3D Sonic that everybody seems to gel with.
Here's the thing, though. Like, to have another Generations game, don't you need to have, like, new generations of the game? And they just haven't put out new Sonic games. So, like, what do they put in the generations, you know?
Well,
like,
now they can include Sonic Boom.
But, no. Nobody wants
Forces.
I
mean, when has Sonic Team ever cared about what we want, though? You know what I mean?
Sonic Lost World.
If Sega or Team Sonic would just listen to the people and give us a Sonic Remastered collection of Adventure 1, Adventure 2, and Heroes. And look, man, I'd drop $80 on that fucking now.
80? Why would you jump to 80?
Look, if that's what it took for them to put
I would murder my
price
friend Ryan, but someone at the equal level.
Ryan, I have to stop you right there. Look, I'm watching Game Grumps play Sonic Heroes right now, and that game is actual trash.
Look, in terms of like my Sonic playing history, those 3 games are it for me. Like, Heroes isn't as good as Adventure 2, but it's better than Adventure 1.
The only like that era of Sonic games that I can accept at any degree of being a good game is Sonic Adventure 2. Like, the first Sonic Adventure is the most jank-ass shit I've ever seen in my life.
It's so jank. If it just worked properly, and like, that's what I'm saying, like, give us some, like, give us the Insane Trilogy for those 3 games. Like, the Insane Trilogy treatment for those 3 games. I'd pay $80 for it right now.
You heard it here. $80 arbitrarily for no reason.
Hey, three games for $80. I mean, that's a steal. People don't think that these days, but like, you know, it would be.
I mean, 3 games, yes, but not Sonic Adventure 1, 2, and Heroes.
I mean, look, I can go full crazy and tell you that I'd pay $80 for just a Sonic Adventure 2 remake. I fucking love that game.
Here's the thing, Dennis. I 100% agree. Sonic Heroes, it's a garbage game. But dude, I was so fucking hyped when that game came out because I was like Adventure 1 and Adventure 2. I had a Dreamcast and that shit was on repeat all the time. I fucking loved those games. And then Heroes, it was mostly like, I guess, a Stockholm Syndrome type thing where I wanted to love it so much that I just did. But yeah, it's just as jank as Sonic Adventure 1, I think. I'll be honest.
Sonic Heroes came out around the same time that the Boo Saga of Dragon Ball Z started airing in America. So like I was hype on fusion shit, but also I loved Sonic Heroes, right? So I would draw what I thought fusions of the characters from Sonic Heroes would look like. So somewhere in like my art books of my childhood,
Ryan,
like
for the love of God, find this, please.
Ryan's Sonic OCs.
Dude, you'd fit in with the current internet culture of today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're way ahead of your time.
They're terrible. It's not like they're good or anything, dude.
I know. That's why I need it.
Well, I'll work on it. I'll see if I can find it.
I like the adventure games, man. I don't know.
Ryan, I want to announce that I am right behind you, and I have officially not passed you.
Dude, I am in 7th place. How the fuck are y'all guys doing this? I keep getting eaten by the bitches.
He's about to lap me.
Oh.
Okay, if I just hadn't finished the race, then I would have lapped you. Yes.
That's just disrespectful.
Yeah, I'm very bad at this game.
Me too. Don't worry.
But also, I'm playing in tabletop mode for the first time.
Oh,
so.
come on. Oh, yeah. Okay. Tabletops. Okay.
So there's a rumor that they're doing a remaster of Sonic Colors.
Colors?
I haven't touched that one.
That was cool because they had like all the powers, but of all the ones, it's a weird one.
I played Forces. I didn't like it.
I didn't
all
play
that
Forces.
much, but I don't feel like I didn't really give it its due.
I feel like you did.
Mania is still the best Sonic game.
Mania, yeah.
No, I played two. I played 2 levels of it, Curly. I did not give it its due.
That was probably enough.
I got to the point where you created a character, and I was like, I want to play as Sonic. I don't care about this stupid character.
But you don't want to make your own canon Sonic OC?
No.
Dude, I love that. Like, Ryan just like, I want to play as Sonic. It's a Sonic game. Can I play as Sonic? For the love of God, just let me play as Sonic.
That's the funniest thing. That's the funniest thing about all the Sonic games is that they do so much to make you not play as Sonic. Because making Sonic levels is really expensive. Because you're running through all this like finely modeled areas and stuff, and it's taking a long time for them to produce like a 3-minute Sonic level. But
it's like they got away with it with Sonic Unleashed by playing as Sonic, but he's a werewolf now.
Yeah, and those levels are like 10 minutes long.
Dude, they're more than that. I swear to God, like the 3rd level in that, the nighttime level, no joke, is like 25 minutes long. I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah, I watched Gamers play Sonic Unleashed, and oh man,
dude, the daytime levels are fucking
bad decisions.
Awesome. The daytime levels are so good, though.
Yeah. So when I played Sonic Generations on PC, and there's a mod for it that just adds the Unleashed levels into Generations.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that's how I played them, so I didn't have to play the fucking werehog shit.
There's like a winter level where you just fucking run on water most of the time. It's so cool.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Colors was generally accepted. Yeah, Colors was. My friend Cameron at the time played it, and I mostly watched him, and I was like, this actually doesn't look bad. It was kind of like a Generation style where a lot of 2D sections mixed in with the 3D, which is cool, but there was too much going on with the gimmicky power-up stuff.
I remember when Lost World got shown off at E3, and I was like, this is it, Sonic's back.
Yeah.
This looks great. Yeah. And then it came out, and it was terrible. I just don't understand, like, how many bad decisions one company can make with their star, like, IP. Like, it's just, let's you created, like, the coolest antagonist character, like, in my opinion, ever. Shadow is fucking dope. And then they were like, hey,
I mean, I thought you were talking about Eggman.
And a motorcycle. No, Eggman sucks.
Well,
Shadow
I thought about that
Eggman.
For a second. I'm like, Ryan likes Eggman that much? I was like, I had no idea.
No. Don't you know who's the coolest Sonic villain? Savok.
Oh my God,
who?
no.
Sega is like trying so hard to sell Savok. It's the funniest thing, like that scene in Sonic Forces when all the villains show up. And Sonic's like, Shadow, Savok, and it's like,
it's like it's not the same level. Shut the fuck up, Sonic. You know, dude, the coolest fucking villain in Sonic is Chaos. You're all wrong.
Chaos is lame, dude.
What the fuck?
He's just
way.
A fucking water blob.
It's just a fucking puddle.
He's basically Super Puddle, though. Like, he absorbs the Chaos Emeralds. Dude, that ending fight... Dude, that opening cutscene for Sonic Adventure, I would watch that shit every time I booted it up. The fucking song, the fucking graphics at the time, him breaking through the building and being fucking basically goddamn Godzilla water. Water Godzilla? Wait,
You didn't get to
Godzilla
play
comes
as him though.
His
You didn't get to play as him
the
though.
limits of how his mouth can move.
First off, KS does not sound like that. Thank you.
No, I mean Sonic when he's talking.
Oh!
Fucking...
Yeah, I don't know
The mouth
who animated
animations,
Sonic's
yeah.
mouth during that game, but holy shit.
It's the same guy that did
It's-
the Render 96 Bowser.
I don't understand how anyone thought that looked good.
Maybe it wasn't that they thought it would look good, it was just the best they could
Yeah.
do, you know?
Scott wants a
Honestly,
fully
like,
functional Sonic
that's the-
07. You feel like it could have been dope, but it was so broken. I think you mean
Sonic
06.
06, yeah.
Yeah,
The-
but
so the Sonic 06 is like the fact that they tried to make an open world Sonic game makes so much fucking sense, and I don't understand why they haven't tried that again.
like it could have been
Because
good. But why does he
an
make
open
out with a
world-
human woman? Like why?
Yeah, that fuck man. Like an open world, making Sonic open world fixes all the production problems with Sonic's gameplay.
Well,
Mhm.
Sonic Adventure was an open
Because that
world.
means-
They're just not good at it.
I mean, it has like a hub world, and you go
Yeah.
and focus.
Yeah, it's not really.
It's
Yeah.
it's like
And the
several
hub world's
hub
really
worlds,
dry.
huh? You have the Egg Carry, you have the Adventure Jungle, you have the Station Square City. It was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess 06 was just a little bit more open rather than an actual open
Close
world.
enough.
But yeah, like just make Sonic an open world game. Because that means you can run through the same areas. You can reuse content a lot more seamlessly. It makes so much fucking sense.
Can you imagine, like, just go on this journey? Imagine, like, how good Insomniac is at, like, traversal. And if you can make an open world Sonic game where you just fucking run through the world at that
man.
speed and shit. You know what I mean?
Dude, just make
That
it,
would be
let
incredible.
Insomniac make a fucking, or no, let Sucker Punch make a
Yeah.
Sonic game.
I could see that too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Just get it away from Team Sonic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just don't let them touch anything but like Super Monkey Ball. That's the only thing they've ever done that's good.
God, didn't they bring that
Oh.
back?
They
What do you call
remastered.
Like one of
Two?
the bad ones.
I remember
Yeah, it sucks.
that was another Dreamcast game I had, and I fucking loved Monkey Ball. Shit was dope.
I liked Monkey Ball.
Or maybe it was on GameCube. Was it on the
You-
Dreamcast?
you said-
it was on Dreamcast.
Yeah.
You said something before, Ryan, was like it was probably the best they could do, and honestly, I think a lot of the problem with Sonic Team is that they're probably honestly just doing the best they can do.
Yeah.
Damn.
And
Which
like
is
I don't
sad,
know
because,
if I don't know if it's just like I don't know if it's like just bad producers, bad directors, or if they just hire people that are just not good at what they do.
If that's the case, just let the people who made Mania make all the Sonic
Yeah.
games from now on. Man. Like
Yeah.
absolve Team Sonic into something else, or Sonic Team into something else, and just let the guys who did Mania just run the show because they knocked it out of the fucking park.
Like,
Have
I
Sonic
like the idea
Team
that
make
they
a different
really
game
rip-
other than Sonic and just confuse everybody every intro.
I like
Look,
the
let
idea
them-
that they rip Sonic from Sonic Team, and Sonic Team just becomes Team.
Have you played Sonic Utopia? I don't think so. Oh, it's a fan-made Sonic
Yeah.
game. No, I've never played it.
Yes, that one's really good.
Is that the one that you showed me a while back?
Possibly. It has like it looks like a 3D version of classic Sonic.
Yeah, you showed me a video
Um,
of it, and I was just like, this fucking looks amazing.
Yeah, and it has like a really it's not an open world, but it has like a really open level design.
It was like Green Hill Zone,
And
but
it's
yeah,
just
kind of
great.
open, kind of.
Yeah. Though my favorite Sonic fan game is Sonic GT. It like borrows a little bit more from
Dragon Ball.
No, from modern Sonic, but they add like momentum into
Shit, I took
into,
a shortcut by
like,
accident.
the boost
I'm going the
gameplay.
wrong way now. Oh, what the fuck? I took a shortcut and
Well.
turned the wrong way. Sorry.
Yeah, they add like momentum gameplay into like the boost formula,
Oh,
basically.
cool.
And it's super fucking sweet.
Are
you
you
know,
excited for the next movie?
dude, I
Yeah.
am so
I
stoked.
mean-
I loved the first one. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah. Unironically, the Sonic movie is like the best thing Sonic has made in years.
I actually agree. Yeah. It was I honestly I think I enjoyed it more than Detective Pikachu.
I agree.
Yeah, probably yes.
Cuz like I was
It's sad
thinking
that we're probably not getting another Pokemon movie.
why
It was
you
very
think that?
sad.
There,
The reports came out.
yeah, Justice Smith, the guy who played the main character in Detective Pikachu, said that he doesn't think it's gonna get a sequel.
What? That's crazy. It's Pokemon. That makes no sense to me.
Yeah, and I just
know.
wanted to do a movie version of Red and Blue. I really want that so much, or like a TV show.
Yeah.
A TV show.
To be fair, I could totally see that. Like, he doesn't think there's going to be a sequel, and maybe
He's
there
just
won't
not
be
in
because
it.
they're just going to make. He's just not in it.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah, didn't it end kind of sad for him? Like
No.
I can't remember how it ended,
It ended with Detective Pikachu turning into his dad.
oh, that's
It
right.
ends with Ryan Reynolds being his father. Yeah.
Yeah, that was so weird.
Which was really nice, actually. It was
Yeah.
very wholesome.
I liked that ending, but at the same time, I'm like, after the
I
movie,
want
I was like,
Detective
well, I guess we
Pikachu.
don't get more Detective Pikachu then, right?
Yeah.
So perhaps they're just like, we don't know how to fix that.
How do we get Ryan Reynolds back into the Pikachu?
Dude, I'm just stoked for fucking Deadpool 3 whenever that happens. God damn.
Yeah, I love the idea that it's gonna that it could play with how
The
he's like
MCU,
jumped
dude.
universes and shit. Because they have confirmed that that Deadpool 3 will be an MCU movie, right?
Yeah.
I know that it's confirmed that it's gonna happen. I don't know that they've confirmed it's canonical.
That's true.
Or yeah.
Because it wasn't in their like lineup of movies that they did.
I don't
That's
I don't
true.
see how they could possibly promote it alongside those movies simply because it's going to be rated R.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I still
So,
stand
do you
by the
think- do you
fact that
think whenever-
instead of Stan Lee, they need a Deadpool cameo in every movie now.
Oh man.
I would
Do you
love that.
think?
It would be so.
Do you think that like when Deadpool eventually shows up in another Marvel movie, that he will like make jokes about how he can't do R-rated stuff in the movie?
God damn.
I just hope they like cleverly do it, like either through like censoring it, like bars, like just obnoxious black bars or blurring, or it's just something just completely fourth wall breaking. I would love it.
Which is like
I know-
off screen. You
Yeah.
hear like
We-
super brutal shit, but it's like
Yeah.
like
You just hear like
this
stabbing
movie is-
blood everywhere.
I want to say D-Rock threw out the idea of like having him in a Spider-Man movie, and like he knows that since it's a PG-13 movie, he gets one swear word,
Yeah.
but Spider-Man uses it up by mistake, and he gets all
Yeah.
pissed off about
At
it.
the very end, Spider-Man's like, fuck, and Deadpool's just like, no! God, I would love it. Dude, just a Spider-Man Deadpool movie. I swear to God, it would kill. Oh man.
it would be fantastic.
I think if they did it and did it right, it would have to be it would be my favorite movie. It would just have to be. I've been dreaming of that movie since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
Dude, that game Shattered Dimensions, they have a whole Deadpool level with Spider-Man, and it's so goddamn good.
I've never played that one.
Shattered Dimensions was a good game.
Shattered Dimensions, wasn't that the game that actually created the concept of the Spider-Verse?
No, Spider-Verse has been in the comics and cartoon for a long, long
No,
time.
I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that like the Spider-Verse comic started because of Shattered Dimensions.
No, because
I think that's right.
the 90s Spider-Man cartoon had Spider-Verse in it. And that was like way before.
Did it?
Yeah. The 90s
I
Spider-Man,
don't
dude,
remember that.
because there was Spot, the villain Spot, where he opens up portals and they were going through, and at some point Spider-Man comes in and there's like Spider-Man Doc Ock arms, and there's a Spider-Man with literally 8 arms and shit, and Peter's just like, what? It was ridiculous. Yeah, because Madam Web is from the comics way before.
Maybe, but I think the current concept of the Spider-Verse specifically, I think that's what Shattered Dimensions made.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Like, maybe there have been like multiple universes with other weird Spider-Mans, but I think just like the current concept, like the one that Into the Spider-Verse then played off of, I think that was Shattered Dimensions that made that idea.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere. But I might be wrong. I don't know comics.
I don't think I buy that, because Madam Web's a big character in the comics and stuff, and she's like what, like, kind of intertwines all the Spider-Verse type shit early on. And plus there's like the Miles Morales stuff was always kind of like Spider-Verse before. Oh, you know what? Actually, Beanox made that game, and that's who made this game.
Yeah.
I just realized that.
Now they're probably making some fucking Warzone shit.
Yeah. God damn it. Shattered Dimensions, though, it was really good. But
I mean, to be fair, we don't really know what Beanox is working on. They haven't even been in the rumors of like who's being reallocated to what, so they could be working on something new.
Were they?
What was the last game they made?
I think it was
or have
this.
they made anything since?
Did they make the Reignited trilogy?
No, that was Toys for Bob.
No, that was... Yeah.
Oh. I was going to say, somebody's got to be working on the new Spyro game, right?
That's not coming, dude.
I don't think that's
No,
happening.
we're not getting a new Spyro? Damn.
I think we would have if the studio fuckery... Studio fuckery? I don't know what it would be called. Yeah. I think since that happened, it's not going down. It's like they're, allocated to Call of Duty and Diablo and shit?
I know Beanox. Right, Beanox made the inverted stuff in Crash 4.
Oh, I didn't know that. I know all three teams were like very buddy-buddy and worked together on a lot of shit. And it's just a fucking shame.
Activision, Activision has a bunch of studios, but I mean, Activision is like basically one studio because that's how they operate.
Right.
There's a lot of crossover between them.
I just mean specifically those three teams were always bouncing around on like these remakes / whatever newer fucking resurgence of these old games. It's such a shame, dude, because so much like restoration to these beloved franchises, and it was like awesome to see, and then just out of the blue it's like, no, let's fuck all that. I just don't get it.
It is possible though that it's just temporary, that they want to or like
maybe COVID has kind of like hurt the production of Call of Duty, and they need that extra help to actually get it out this year. Maybe, who knows?
I read something about that because it's Sledgehammer that's making the next Call of Duty, and they have been like a big support studio before. I think that could be why they need to bring in other talent to work on Warzone.
The only problem with that is it's exactly what we just talked about. It's like the teams would always bounce around and you'd credit them, but you don't have them completely absorbed. Like, it doesn't make sense for Vicarious Visions to no longer be Vicarious Visions if it's just to help with something.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think Vicarious Visions specifically was absorbed into Blizzard to specifically make Blizzard remakes.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it's like not even the fucking Blizzard fans want this shit, man.
Also, at least get us like Tony Hawk's 3 and 4 before you do all that shit, man.
Damn it, man, dude. I was like, don't get me wrong.
Didn't they add the maps from 3 into the remake?
No,
The original
that's
remake.
the old ports. Yeah.
So they remade the Tony Hawk 1 and 2, but then also had 3 and 4, I think, as DLC or something, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But those remakes were garbage. Like the new.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, good job, Shaboinky Boink. You're first. These
But
new remakes
what
are
was bad about
incredible.
it?
The physics were completely different and wrong. The soundtrack didn't have the same songs, and like basically the game did not play like the original. So it's like if you're gonna do that, at least make it better. But it wasn't. It was floaty and trashy. Whereas these new ones are like, if you were to pick up,
God, they're perfect.
yeah, they're just perfect. To
Yeah,
play.
but that's what I'm talking about. I thought they added the maps from 3 to 1 and 2.
No.
On the old remakes.
Okay.
So-
No, I'm pretty sure I heard something about that for the new remake.
No, that didn't happen. It was wanted and speculated, but no, it never.
No.
Yeah.
I think it was they added like a move from 3, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
no,
Okay.
there's-
Yeah.
There are like quality of life things that only 3 and 4 had that they have in this new game.
So yeah,
That are like
there's things like the manual wasn't in the first game, but it's translated across these remakes as if it was, and it's the same thing for like the spine transfer, which is like if you're in the air
Mhm.
and you hit R2, you can transfer to a different ramp, or you can go into a ramp. Like it's things like that, and like wall kicks where you didn't get some of these moves
Remakes.
until the 4th game, but they added it to these remakes. That's
Yeah.
and the revert, the revert
like-
changes everything because you can chain your
Like, can-
combos forever. It's crazy.
Yeah. And like I forget, I know you can get. Is getting off your board a thing in the new ones, or is that didn't happen until Thug?
That was Underground, yeah.
Okay, they should have put that. They should have made that backwards accessible. but-
No, I don't like that. Once they started getting off the
I
board,
love,
I got.
I
off
love
the
getting
series.
off your board. No, Thug 1 and 2 are the best games in the series. Well, American Wasteland is the best game in the series, but Thug 1 and 2 are fantastic.
I wish they would have done the 3 and 4 for these new remakes. God damn it.
Honestly, I'd be okay with them skipping 3 and 4 and just doing Thug 1 and 2, but I think we're in different camps there.
Yeah, well, the problem is like I love 1 and 2, absolutely, but they're so much of an arcade game that it's like it's hard for me to just play and play and play. I like eventually get kind of tired of it. But 3 and 4 had like missions from people, and it was kind of like open world, like hub type, and that was so fucking cool, man. I want that with the new style of graphics and like quality of life shit.
Yeah, I think the hard part with that is getting them to come back for like, unless they just port the old voiceover, getting them to come back for re-record lines and stuff like Ben Margera is pretty down in the dumps these days. You think he's coming back to record VO?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Unfortunately, like I feel bad for him, but I feel like he'd be like chomping at the bit to do something like that.
That maybe.
Did you see?
I would love it.
Isn't he not in the next Jackass movie? Like some shit went down with that. That's crazy, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched some of like the not interviews, but like kind of talk show type things where his like wife and mom and shit are talking on there. It's so fucking sad.
Yeah, I miss VO the band. I'll be honest. I love that show.
He's such a dick, though.
He is such a dick.
I have literally no idea what you guys are talking about.
And so, do you know what Jackass is?
Yeah, a little bit.
Wow, it's probably an age gap thing, and maybe like in America, MTV like used to be all about music.
Jackass, that was definitely a lot of talk about it, but I've never seen it myself.
Wow, that's crazy. That was like my childhood, man. Just dumb shit. But basically, one of the guys from Jackass went off and did a bunch of spin-off shows. One where he gets married or something, and then another one where he just fucks with his parents all the time, like an asshole. He had kind of reality TV shows. It was very odd.
Yeah.
But yeah, now once one of their friends died, he like went on to this like horrible depression, and he was already like an addict and stuff, and like he's just been going off the rails for years now. Ever since Ryan.
It was already crazy. Like I think there was that moment. It's in Jackass 3 where they drop him into the pit of snakes, or whatever,
yeah.
and he's like, he's like super afraid of snakes, and he was just not having it. Like
that bit was really funny though. It's just fucked up.
My favorite thing is still the high five bit where he's walking with the coffee or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, damn, high five.
One of my favorite bits is just when they have Wee Man, who's like what is the politically correct term? He's a short person. I don't know.
I think it's little people now.
Okay, well he's a little person, and they have him wear a parachute and turn on this like really ridiculously industrially large fan, and he just spins and like it's the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. It's so good. Also, when they throw him at the truck with Velcro, I don't think that's just Wee Man, but a bunch of them. It's so good. Just bought Pod Racers Episode 1. Oh man, that game was awesome. I think I still have the card.
Didn't change the map. Didn't change the map, Curly.
Did I?
No, you didn't.
I'm a piece of garbage.
Yeah.
What a stupid idiot I am. Ryan, you finished Invincible.
I did. Holy shit, dude.
Dennis, have you watched Invincible? Dude, do you have plans to?
I don't have Amazon.
What?
Oh
man. You can get that login from me. Dude. Oh. Man. It's one of the best animated shows I think I've seen.
Story-wise, I would agree with that. But
I should probably get like Amazon because I want to see The Boys too.
Oh, dude, you're in for a treat. Watching The Boys and Invincible, holy shit.
I'll just say this though, for a show that's produced by the richest corporation in the world, like it has no business having as poor animation quality as it does in spots.
It's weird that sometimes it's incredibly groundbreaking, and then other times you can literally tell that it's just like a piece of like paper, and they just moved it around like almost like on a stick.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. There's no excuse for it.
There are several scenes where they're flying, and the character has no movements except for his entire body's moving like on keyframes or something. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
There's like literally they are making the most expensive show in like ever for Amazon. Like tell me you didn't have the budget to at least get this animation a little better. Like
I will say though that the episodes are like an hour long, which is never done in animation. You know, so I guess there's that.
I mean, I get that. But if that's the case, 2 30-minute episodes and fix the fucking animation.
I don't know. It never bothered me to the point where I'm like, it never. Well, I lied. It did take me out because, like I said, the flying. I would bust out laughing. Like, what the fuck was that? But the story is phenomenal, and then when the animation is good, it's fucking incredible. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Also, J.K. Simmons is
how long is it?
J.K. Simmons is so fucking good.
8 episodes. Each of them are about an hour, maybe 40 minutes. I don't know. Not an hour and 40 minutes. Either like 40 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
It's
I just laughed you, Ryan.
God damn it! I've fallen off like 6 times.
This map sucks.
So have you guys watched Mythic Quest?
No,
I need to watch that.
It's so funny, and especially as a game developer, because it takes place at a game development studio.
Right.
Like some of the things are just so like, yeah, I relate to this, man. It's so funny.
Dude, you need to watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That dude that's in that show, oh my god. He's amazing.
So there was a thing in the episode I watched a couple of days ago where the main character is he's like the game director, and in season 2 they have 2 game directors, and they have like different visions about stuff. So he like goes to the art team and he's like, so I'm thinking about, this, and he starts like explaining the thing, and he's like super inspirational about it and stuff like that. And then the other co-director who's like more of a programmer, it's like, so we're doing this stuff. It's like all that, and then afterwards when they leave, it's like, so which one should we focus on? Just do both, and we'll see which one we like the most, and then we'll throw away the other. But it's like, yeah, but you can tell us now, and then we don't have to throw away the other. It's like, no, we just do both. And then he leaves. It's like one of the artists like, I'm gonna go FaceTime my kids.
God damn. Oh shit. Gotta go FaceTime my kids.
Speaking of stuff centered around the game industry, do either of y'all have any plans on getting Jason Schreier's new book?
I didn't even know anything.
I would if I had patience to read books, but I don't. Change the track, Curly.
I did. Y'all want to do it a third time?
I wanted to read Jason Schreier's other book. I think they made 2, or is it 3 at this point?
I think 2.
This is the first one that I've heard about. I know he's had more. I don't know.
Yeah. I wanted to read his other book because there was like a bunch about Uncharted 4 in it, development of Uncharted 4. Basically, like everything we know about the behind the scenes of Uncharted 4 came from that book.
Jake, what's up, man? Sorry, Dennis, to cut you off.
That's crazy.
What's up, Jake? We got a Army of Dark raid. How you doing, man? What were you playing tonight? You can continue.
But yeah, so yeah, I wanted to read that, but I don't have the patience to read books.
Have you guys?
I'm terrible about reading books.
I want to get back into reading so badly, but I haven't yet.
Me too.
There was that new Iwata book. What was it? Can't remember the actual title.
Ask Iwata, I think it's called.
Ask Iwata, yeah. That one piqued my interest because it talks a lot about the Nintendo development and stuff. Guess I'm the only one. Dude, no worries, Jake. I love you, man. Thank you so much, dude. It's been pretty chill night here. I know we're just kind of casually playing CTR and just talking the shit. It's with Dennis and Ryan right now. But yeah, I want to get back into reading, but every time I start, I'll get through a book and put it down and just forget about it. Also, I found out
the Mario guy, right?
The Mario guy?
Iwata is Nintendo's CEO.
Oh,
the guy who died.
The old basically, he was, exactly. He was in charge during the Wii era.
The Mario? Who's the Mario guy? Oh, I think he's passed away at this point. But who's the Mario guy in Nintendo?
He's not dead.
Shigeru Miyamoto is not dead.
Ryan, don't. No.
Who am I thinking of then? Who am I thinking of that passed away? They had the cute little image of all of his characters
You're probably thinking about Iwata.
You're
okay. Okay. So no. All right. So Miyamoto then. I was thinking of Iwata when you said him, but
gotcha.
Miyamoto's the Mario guy. Okay.
Miyamoto did more than Mario. Goddammit. First off.
I know. I'm just saying.
Music.
I just call him the Mario guy because he denied taking influence from Ratchet and Clank when they did Mario Galaxy, even though Ratchet and Clank did the gyroscopic worlds first.
Interesting. Didn't know any of that.
Yeah. They interviewed him in a magazine. And he was like, and they asked him, and Sonic was like, we really appreciated Mario taking inspiration from our game that way, and Miyamoto came out and was like,
who are you?
we had that in the pipeline for a decade. I don't even know what Ratchet and Clank is. Fuck you, dude.
Honestly, it would not surprise me.
It would not surprise me either, but I'm still gonna go with they stole that from Ratchet and Clank.
audiobooks are awesome for Boink Boink. I was super into that for a while too. I was doing Doomickey and Under the Dome at the same time, which is stupid. Don't read 2 books at once, by the way, or listen to 2 books at once.
Yeah. I was thinking that Jason Schreier should do an audiobook for Press Reset or whatever for coming out, and then I was like, I don't know if I could listen to Jason Schreier talk for that long.
He has an interesting
I don't
voice.
think he would be the one who reads it. But yeah, like I tried to read one of the Star Wars books, Bloodline, which takes place, which focuses on Leia between episodes 6 and 7, and it's about like the New Republic and all that stuff, which like that's super interesting to me. And I started reading it as an audiobook. And I was like, oh, this is good. I like this. And then I stopped listening to it because I was like, I don't know.
This is great. I'm going to stop.
The thing is, I just don't get why books have to be so fucking long. Like, why is a book 10 hours? Like, so much of what's happening is just like, why is this here? This doesn't have to be here. Like, when books are adapted into movies and TV shows, they cut so much fluff that just don't have to be there.
I don't know. I'm on 2 sides because I agree it takes too long to read a book, but on the other side of that, when I finish a book, I feel so much more accomplished than watching a movie. And even when I reach an end to a book that I like don't want it to end. So I'm like, man, I don't want to leave this world, you know?
Yeah, no, I definitely hear you there. I like books have a magic about them that movies don't always capture. But I totally get where Dennis is coming from because there's a lot of fluff in books that, like, if you're really into it, that stuff pays off. But if you're not, then it's just like, holy shit, Stephen King, stop describing that flower for like the 6th fucking time.
Tired of talking about this fucking flower.
I don't mean the books have to be an hour long, but it's like, why can't a book be 5 hours instead of
I hear you.
10 or 15? And it's like, okay, $15 for I would like, sure. I don't think there's anything wrong with a book.
You know what's
5-hour book costing $15? Like,
you're not alone on that, Dennis, because like it's kind of more of like a subculture, but there's a huge culture of people that love short stories. Like I know we keep talking about Stephen King because he's my favorite author, but he's big into short stories. He has all kinds of compilations, and then he opened my mind to all kinds of artists that just do short books. Like you can literally read a story in like an hour or sometimes even like 10-15 minutes, and it's an art form to itself for sure. But what's best are what's funny is like the compilations. Usually it's like a short story compilation book, which does take like 20 hours to read and defeats the whole purpose.
yeah, like, I mean, as you know, I'm a huge Star Wars fan.
Right.
And I mean, I watch Star Wars Explained, which is a YouTube channel that explains Star Wars, and they do a weekly Q&A where they just answer people's questions about Star Wars. And a lot of the questions right now is about the High Republic, which is the new like sub-series of Star Wars that they're doing, like only in publishing and comics.
Right.
Which is the 2 forms of media that I don't consume. So there's just a lot of questions about Avar Chris or whatever. It's like a Jedi from the High Republic. And I was like, I don't know who this is. And like, I just want to like know what's going on. So I want to read like the stuff, but it's like I don't have time for this shit, man. Like I have YouTube videos to watch. I'm already fucking behind on a lot of TV shows and movies and games. And it's like I don't have time to read these books.
That's a good point.
Or read comics.
There are 2 reasons why I think I can't get back into reading. One is exactly what you just said. There's too much other content everywhere. And the second thing, I realized as an adult, if I start reading, I fall asleep. I don't know why.
Oh yeah.
But reading now
There's
is
nothing
like
that makes me fall asleep faster than a fucking book.
Like even a book that I'm super into, like I'll be reading and I'm like, all of a sudden I'm tired. I'm like, no, I want to read. I don't want to go to sleep yet. It bothers me though.
Yeah.
Also, you touched on the comic books. Like, comic books are generally pretty short, though.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, um what I would like, so there's some, they do a lot of stuff in Star Wars. Like, they do comic books, they do like audio dramas and shit. Like, what I want is do a comic book that is also an audio drama. So just basically have those kind of like animated comic cutscene from like Infamous.
Cool.
Like, do that. Do
Yeah.
that. That would be great. Like, everything doesn't have to move. You know, like, just do a voiced comic book. That would be great.
Yeah.
Is that a
the
format?
problem with comic
Like,
book,
is that a format that comic books ever use? I never really seen that.
No, that's
Claudio did a little bit of it with Kill Audio. He did the problem with comic books is the price and keeping up with it, because like, unless you're paying for a subscription service on like Cosmixology or whatever, like it's $2.99 per comic book every single month, and that's if you're just wanting to read one. Like, it's an expensive hobby for sure.
Yeah, comics. I don't understand comics, honestly.
They get
like
so convoluted.
The thing is,
yeah,
and like, I mean, I keep up a lot with the Star Wars canon, and like a lot of the things that happens in the books and the comics I know about just because I watch like Star Wars Explained, and usually like all of the stuff I hear from the books is like, oh, this sounds really cool. I like this. I like, Leia fucking dealing with the New Republic and shit. Like, that sounds like fucking great. And there's another book about like Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon before the events of Episode 1, which, like, that sounds great.
Dude, that would be awesome.
And there's another, and there's a trilogy of books about Padme. It's like, that sounds fucking awesome. And then you have weird shit like the Star Wars comics, which is like, okay, here's a comic about how Luke Skywalker actually had another lightsaber. And it's like, that just devalues the green lightsaber in Return of the Jedi. If you just had another lightsaber, like,
another one?
It doesn't make any sense.
I think it's a mistake that Disney is like, anything that's made for Star Wars now is 100% canon. Like, no matter what medium it is, no matter like who makes it, it's 100% Star Wars canon. I think that's a mistake. Like, it's way too much to keep up with, and way too much to like have to worry about for continuity purposes. Like
yeah, and I think like, especially when it comes to comics, because comics has such a quick turnaround that I don't think that, and I don't think they have enough time to think about it.
Yeah.
Like, books have, it seems like they have a little bit more time to think about the books, and it's like, and definitely the movies and the TV shows. Like, did you know Bad Batch started production in like 2013?
Good Lord.
Jesus Christ, no.
That's out now, right?
Yeah, it just started.
Two episodes are out now. Yeah, like, the animation shows, they take an insane amount of time. Like, there are rumors, there are things that happened in Rebels that is like, oh yeah, we know this is gonna happen in Bad Batch if we ever get to make this show.
Goddamn.
So yeah. Yeah, there's some other weird shit, like, there was like this one thing where they said that Han Solo was married, like, before he met Leia, and it's like, what? This doesn't make any sense. And then it's like, oh no, never mind, this was just a joke. And it feels like they did that, and it was like, people hate this. We have to retcon it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember my brother was explaining, because he reads all of the books, and he reads like the actual like the Last Jedi books, or like the books that are actually like the movie books.
Your brother was into Star Wars.
Oh, he loves it.
I had no idea.
And so like, he's like, so the books are canon, but only to the point where they don't contradict the movie. So if like something in the book contradicts the movie, that part's not canon, but the rest of the book is. And I was like, that's
awfully convenient.
That makes sense. That's so stupid. Like,
yeah, and it's the thing, like, the movies and the TV shows have a lot of like power that a lot of the comics and books and stuff gets retconned, especially. Well, so J.J. Abrams made Force Awakens. Force Awakens was like basically the first thing in the new canon.
Super dope.
So he had a lot of freedom. Like there was nothing in the sequel trilogy, you know.
Right.
And then Rian Johnson makes The Last Jedi, and he actually talks to the story group, and The Last Jedi doesn't retcon or mess with anything in the current canon. Then The Rise of Skywalker comes out, and J.J. Abrams, like there are rumors that basically J.J. Abrams didn't even talk to the story group at all. He just kind of made his movie. And like one of the things is like, you know that ship that episode 4 starts on? I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah.
So that ship is in The Rise of Skywalker, even though like it doesn't make sense because it had already showed up in like a comic or a book somewhere. And like I think it was like destroyed or something, so that like comic is just not canon anymore because J.J. Abrams had to get a fucking nostalgia kick to.
I mean,
to,
that was a
quote,
dope ass
unquote,
part. Though.
fans.
Come on, that was cool.
I don't even remember where that ship was in.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of. I thought you meant the not ship, but the fallen Death Star.
Oh, no. I meant like, no, I said in the beginning of A New Hope.
Sorry,
There's no
yeah.
fallen Death Star in the beginning of A New Hope.
Yeah. Why would this one ship be that important though? Like I don't understand.
I don't know, man. And it's like, why the fuck did Chewbacca need a medal? Like,
Why did he?
it's all.
The more I think about it, the more I'm glad that Rian Johnson's still getting his trilogy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Supposedly, it's way up in the air right now.
The more I'm grateful that the Game of Thrones guys aren't getting their trilogy anymore, because like
Ooh, yeah.
no source material to work on. Good God.
It's crazy how the mighty have fallen on that one. It's just insane how bad that last season was.
I mean, it's really, to be fair, it's not that like the mighty have fallen. It's the people who were, fending off of George R. Martin's, work were exposed that they aren't that great in the first place. Like,
there's a difference between adapting and creating new content.
I wish they would have asked someone for help. Like, like, hey, we're not good at this aspect. Help.
They still had him consulting on it. Like he was still approving the decisions. I feel like in the back of his head he was like, you know what? I don't want them to have my really good ending. I'm gonna have their ending suck. That way everybody reads the books.
So what I think is so weird is that like if you look at HBO didn't want the show to end at 8 seasons.
Guys, hold on.
Right.
Hold on, real quick. I just want to point out, we've maybe repeated a couple maps, but there are still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 20, 23 more maps that we did not play tonight. Holy shit, there are a lot of fucking levels in this.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought that was going to be the number of people watching the stream, and now I'm a little disappointed.
No, we've had like 5 people.
Go pick one of the cool levels now, Curly.
Wait, is this not one? I've just been going down the line. There are like 24 people listening to us argue about Star Wars books. Oh man. I'm gonna be honest. I liked The Last Guy. I liked all the new sequel trilogy. A lot. I
like them all too.
Really did.
I love Force Awakens, and I absolutely adore The Last Jedi. The Rise of Skywalker gives me periodic depression to this day.
And if you're George R. R. Martin, it takes 10 years to make a book. Yeah, it does.
There are parts of Rise of Skywalker that just that just make no sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I am not debating that. I'm
know,
not
it's
saying that it's
but-
written
but-
well or clean, but dude, the moments
But
that
it's
happen.
a fun ass movie.
Yeah,
it's a fun ass movie.
Yeah, there are
The
moments
thing
that
was- the thing
are
was-
my favorite part of Star Wars, like the Rey and Kylo relationship and that duel, and
Hell yeah.
the way that all wraps up and comes together is my favorite piece of Star Wars. I just love it.
That's really great. Like the thing is, like Kylo's story was good, and that's basically the only thing that was good about the Rise of Skywalker. Rey was okay. Like they didn't fuck her, so that was good. But it's like you could still have done Rey better.
It definitely could have.
I think
All of it
Kylo
could have
could have
been
been done
better.
better as well. Like, why did Kylo have to die? That doesn't make any sense. It would have been better if he survived and had to actually atone for his sins. That would have been cool. Like, what happens like when they go back to Agent? I don't remember the planet, but the planet that they're on. What happens if Rey goes back there and Kylo's there and everyone's like, okay.
It's definitely
and
more
Kylo's
interesting for like future building, which is what Star Wars should do and be. But I mean, I think the emotional impact of it just works so well. I don't know.
Why on earth was it so crucially important that Finn tell Rey in their dying moments that he's force sensitive? I don't understand.
Sorry, Ryan.
It's obvious that he was gonna say that he loved her.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
Obvious.
And also, why is there a random old woman wandering around the desert asking people for their last names? Like,
What's your
Also,
name?
it doesn't make any sense that she becomes a Skywalker.
it's
Yeah.
so
Like,
stupid.
the only connection that she has to a Skywalker is like a week that she spent with Luke Skywalker, who she didn't even like.
Well, I mean, she's been
in that
with Leia
moment-
for a long time now.
In
Yeah,
that
it
moment,
makes perfect sense that she would have had the name Rey Organa, not Rey Skywalker.
I was hoping that even
Yeah, I
during the
guess so.
movie that she would have just been like, "I'm a nobody," like kind of alluding to the Last
Yeah.
Jedi.
There's
I would've
a
loved that.
really good edit of that scene where she like asks like, "Who are you?" or whatever, and
Just be like, "I'm no one."
She's like, and she says, "I'm Rey, just Rey,"
Yeah, there you go.
and like that's because she says that earlier in the movie. So they just took like that voice clip and added it to that part and just made it made it look like she says just Rey, and it's so good. I love it.
I don't know. I agree, and I wish it was something else, but it still kind of makes me tear up when I hear her say it. I don't know why. That movie
Yeah,
just
I
hits so
actually
many
think it's-
emotions for me. I don't know why.
That's the thing. That's the thing with
It's-
Rise of Skywalker. It banks so hard on your nostalgia.
Yeah, it does.
And
Yeah.
it works because it banks on your nostalgia, but it's not good in itself. It's not a good movie in its own right. The Last Jedi holds up as a great movie, even if you pick it out of the Star Wars context that it's in.
I mean, the hyperspeed thing is a big old whatever, but
What? You mean the hyperspace crash?
yeah, it's a big old like
That is
giant, massive plot hole in the Star Wars universe. You know.
No. It's not.
Oh,
It's
no.
not.
Oh, no, what have we
They
done?
referenced to it in episode 4. It's like if we keep doing this, we're gonna crash into something.
I guess.
I just
I
think
mean-
it's kind of goofy, just like the slowest space chase in the world. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the movie, but I don't love it nearly to the level that Dennis does.
It's just like if that was a thing you could do this whole time, like it's not a plot hole. It's world breaking though. Like any time that like a big battle happens from here on out, you could literally just do that. Like and they're gonna have to explain a reason for it every time if it doesn't happen. Like
That's why they do the throwaway retcon line in Rise of Skywalker. It's like, no, the whole the maneuver is a 1 in a million. It's like, oh my god.
I love
Like,
Dennis.
I mean, it
I
makes
love Dennis
perfect
so
sense
much
why
for
they.
fucking lie
It makes perfect sense why they don't do it all the time, because people die when you do it.
Yeah, but you only need one person to die.
It's the same question. Like, why don't we have kamikaze pilots anymore?
also,
it's the same argument. It's like, yeah, it was effective, but people died when you do it.
Listen,
Also,
there's
at the
gotta
beginning of
if it's the ultimate weapon though, there's a way to autopilot a ship. They could figure it out to do hyperspace autopilot. Come on, do it remotely.
Yeah.
Make a droid do it.
Another question, real quick. In the beginning of Last Jedi, how are those bombs dropping in space with zero gravity?
Hey man, we're not getting into space science.
The bombs actually have they're like magnetized. They
Okay.
did.
But wait, the ship that is dropping out is made of metal. That would backfire terribly. I saw one theory that the bombs actually have little rockets that propel them. You just don't see them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. They said they're magnetized, and like magnetized is, I think that's the term that they use for artificial gravity.
It's space in the past/future. They have technology, man. Who knows? Jar Jar is the ultimate Jedi. Like, I love the theory that Jar Jar is a Sith Lord. I love it so much. I wish they would have done it.
Yeah, I wish it was. I wish it was just real.
I wish that he was Snoke in the end.
I always get fucking Snoke, man. Oh my god. It's like, I made Snoke. And it's like, no, you didn't.
I love your Emperor. It's good.
And he was so cool too. Like when he bounced the Force lightning off the ground, I was like, this dude's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And then they were just like, oh man.
Going back to The Last Jedi, man, that fight with Snoke and him just getting sliced in half so easy, it didn't see it coming. I love that moment.
Yeah.
Spoilers, by
I hate the gold robes that he's wearing. I feel like the gold robes were a bad choice.
No, I love that he's fucking just chilling, man.
It's so unmenacing in that moment. Just like, I don't know. It's just.
It does kind of like give you that feeling of like, wow, I thought he was going to be more menacing, because in the first movie he's like this hologram that's like 30 stories tall for no reason.
Yeah. That's the point though. Like that's what Ryan was doing when he was making The Last Jedi. It's like he was looking at the characters. Like, first of all, I love his comment about the Knights of Ren. Like, he said, the only reason I didn't include the Knights of Ren is because I hate them. I want to kill them. He just finds them so uninteresting that it would just kill them off. So he just excluded them from the movie.
Goddamn.
They were such wasted characters, man. Such wasted characters.
They just like show up in like this scene that just looks like someone's like fan tape of like a movie.
Yeah.
It's like they show up there. It's like, what was I thinking about? Oh yeah, like the reason he killed Snoke is because Snoke is not the interesting character in the sequel trilogy. It's Kylo.
Yeah. Like
he saw the potential of Kylo being the new big bad of Episode 9. And he killed off Snoke because he's not interesting. He's just another Palpatine. You can't outdo Palpatine. And like, what was so cool about how they did Kylo Ren is that, yeah, Kylo Ren is the new Vader, but like in Force Awakens, he's just a wannabe Vader, and that's like how he's supposed to be portrayed in that movie. Like, he takes off his helmet, and a lot of people complained about the fact that he just looks like a perfect boy. And it's like, yeah, that's the point. He doesn't have the scars.
Yeah. He's just like a really pissed off teenager.
He's the best antagonist Star Wars has ever had. I'll go on record saying that right now. Like, there's no villain better than Kylo Ren.
It's really impressive to me that they were able to create an antagonist that stands proudly next to Darth fucking Vader.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you do that? Darth Vader is one of the most iconic villains in movie history, in just history in general, and they were able to create a villain that stands next to Darth Vader. Like, that's incredible, and it's a lot thanks to how The Last Jedi humanizes him.
Also, how Rise of Skywalker deals with him in his finale.
Yeah, that scene is great. What sucks about it is that after he's like, I'm a good person now. I'm a good person now. I'm not gonna say anything after this because I'm too complex of a character at this point, and J.J. Abrams can't write my dialogue.
I do agree. Like, it would have been way more interesting to see what the fallout of that would have been with him trying to turn the tide and then be like, dude, you were too far gone. What do you killed Han Solo? Like, you murdered all kinds of
You were
fools.
complicit in the destruction of the entire Hostian system. Like, we can't just like let you go.
That would have been really interesting. And then like have kind of Rey be torn. Oh, it would have been so cool. The trilogy did need it in there. That's all I'm saying. It did need it in there, you know?
That's
I mean, it did because it's a trilogy.
But it didn't have to be a
that's the
trilogy.
thing. It's an arbitrary thing to make it into a trilogy. Like, just because the other.
I was just speaking on the fact that it was a trilogy.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, we could have just had an episode 10. Like, the story clearly needed it. Like, it was not done after The Last Jedi. Like, we needed, especially if they wanted to go the Palpatine route. Like, they needed another movie to set up Palpatine.
Yeah, they needed an actual like
route,
reason for Palpatine being back, and
they're doing a lot of retconning in like the comics and stuff now to make Palpatine make sense. And there's a theory right now that in the Bad Batch, there's one of the new characters is Omega, which is a female clone. Like a clone of Jango Fett, like one of the clone troopers. She's a female, and her hair kind of looks like Palpatine's hair, and people are suspecting that she's actually a Palpatine clone.
Oh shit! Do we ever find out Palpatine's waifu, or do we ever figure that out?
Oh yeah, no, that's the thing. Palpatine never had sex because Palpatine's quote-unquote son is just one of his clones.
Wait, so what does that make Rey?
It makes Rey his daughter, not his granddaughter. It doesn't make any sense.
So you're saying Palpatine never got laid?
Yeah, that's...
Well, his clone did.
Right? His clone did. But yeah, that's the other thing, like...
Also, technically, he impregnated Anakin's mother, right? So, I mean, he didn't get laid, but, you know, he was almost there.
He didn't. It was only like a dream that Vader has that Palpatine was involved in.
That was one of the dumbest things about Episode 1.
I thought
like the whole Jesus
he used
thing.
the midichlorians to impregnate his mother. I thought that was an actual thing.
So what happens in Episode 3 is that he said, so in that scene, it's like, oh, Darth Plagueis devised the story. He says that Darth Plagueis had the power to manipulate the midichlorians to create life, and that's the hint that he was the one who manipulated the midichlorians to create Anakin.
Mm-hmm.
That, however, is not canon. It was canon in Legends, but it's not canon now.
Okay.
So there was, in one of the Star Wars comics, there was like a nightmare scene or something like that where Vader sees Palpatine doing that. But as far as I know, I've not read that comic. I thought that was the case, but someone told me that no, it was just like a dream. That didn't happen, which just sounds like a retcon moment again. It's like, why are we doing comics?
Yeah.
I never liked that aspect of the first movie when they're just like, he was basically born like Jesus. I'm like, what? What?
Well, he's
I like
the
it.
chosen one.
I mean, you could be the chosen one, but like, you know, your mom could have still had sex. Like,
there's a YouTube channel that does pitch meetings, like fake pitch meetings for like when they're pitching the movies and stuff.
I've seen those.
And there's one for the Phantom Menace, and when he's like pitching the scene where Anakin goes up in the ship and blows up the little Trade Federation ships or whatever. And when he's like, and then he says, "This is pod racing," and the guy's like, "Well, why does he say that?" He's like,
because that's what he's doing.
The point is like, He's like, he's not. It's not pod racing. Why is he saying that? It makes no sense. Like,
now this is pod racing. Because that's what a kid would say. It's definitely what a kid would say.
Yeah,
dude. The dialogue in that original, that prequel trilogy, goddamn, George Lucas can't write dialogue.
It's so bad. It's so bad. I still say he's better than Hayden Christensen, though. I'll take his performance over Hayden Christensen.
No. I don't think Hayden Christensen's that bad. It's literally the writing.
Look, I'm totally for seeing how good he does in the new series, but like, in Attack of the Clones, he is so bad. He is so bad in Attack of the Clones.
It's not him, man.
He's good in Revenge of the Sith, though.
He's good in Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah. I still stand by that. The finale of Revenge of the Sith is better than the Darth Maul fight. The Obi-Wan and Anakin fight is better.
And no, they literally swing in air for like 5 minutes, dude.
That part, it's dumb.
That fight.
But so are the doors. The fucking magical red doors are dumb.
The magical red doors have plausibility. Like,
you can swing at air to be plausible. Look at Mortal Kombat. They backflip for no reason.
What I love so much about that scene in Revenge of the Sith, it's like you're going between this extremely well choreographed fight between Anakin and Obi-Wan, and then you cut. Like, it's not like Return of the Jedi, where you cut from, like, a cool lightsaber battle to just some people on Endor.
Palpatine
you cut between an awesome lightsaber fight between Obi-Wan and Anakin to another awesome lightsaber fight between the Emperor and Yoda.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I hear it. As a collection of scenes, definitely better than the collection of scenes you get in Phantom Menace. But choreography-wise, mute score-wise, and just impact-wise, I still say Phantom Menace, Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon versus Darth Maul is the best lightsaber fight in the whole series. It's so good.
This is a controversial opinion, but I think the Obi-Wan versus Anakin theme is better than Duel of the Fates.
All right, now you're crazy. Now you're crazy. Listen, I'll stand by that.
I love how it's like do 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 do, and then like goes into ba 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 ba, and it's like, and then it just seamlessly goes back into the. It's so good, man.
I mean, the Dueling Fates though is the best Star Wars. Like, maybe not the best, but it's very high up there on the best Star Wars score.
Oh, yeah, I mean it's definitely number 2.
But like
right after that, right after Obi-Wan vs. Anakin.
If you take Darth Maul outside of any other canon, he's just not that good of a character in that movie. Like, he looks badass and he's got a dope lightsaber, but he's not that.
That's all he needed to be. That's all he needed to be. The problem.
You need to watch the Clone Wars, man.
That's what I'm saying. Outside of the movie, perhaps, but in that movie alone, he doesn't really do much.
The problem isn't with Darth Maul, because Darth Maul's a dope-ass character. The problem is the fact that they chose to kill him there, or air quotes, kill him there.
Yeah.
Like every other Star Wars villain is subtle. Their motives are like a mystery. There's not a lot explained about them. Maul's the same way, but the problem is they cut him in half and dropped him down an elevator shaft.
Yeah. Hey, I would have loved to have seen him be the villain of that trilogy, actually. That would be a really cool idea.
Give him Dooku's role in 2, because Dooku's terrible.
Yeah, Dooku's trash.
I really love that they did 3 different villains in the prequels. Because that the point of that is that none of them are as good as Darth Vader.
Right.
And if you present a villain that has the power to transcend movies like that, that shows that this guy's on par with Darth Vader, which is the point.
Dooku does transcend movies. Dooku is in 2 movies, right? So they did
Vader
that.
is in 3.
I still think they could have.
Saying, like,
they could have replaced Dooku with Darth Maul, and that'd be fucking great.
I just think the flip moment where Palpatine tells Anakin to kill Dooku, like, would have been so much cooler if that was Maul at that moment. If like Maul has been Palpatine's like right hand the entire time through these movies, and then all of a sudden he just flips and is like, just fucking kill him. Like, I don't even care.
I like that.
That would have been fucking crazy.
But then you don't get him in the other canon, I guess.
I hate Dooku, man. I think it's an absolute blight on Christopher Lee's like stellar resume. Like, I think it's the worst thing on. It's the worst thing on his resume. The fact that he has to put one Count Dooku on there, I think is just a travesty.
God damn.
I love Darth Maul. I love Count Dooku. I love General Grievous.
General Grievous is cool.
General Grievous,
he's cool.
He's so fucking cool. Like the thing is, a lot of Star Wars is all about like people like joke about The Last Jedi. It's like, oh, it's about subverting your expectation. Like the entirety of fucking Star Wars is about subverting your expectation. Have you ever heard about Yoda, the little green dude who's a Jedi Master? It's like Yoda is all about subverting your expectation. He does it twice in the series. Like the first time, if you watch The Empire Strikes Back completely blind for the first time, you would not have any idea that Yoda is the Jedi Master Luke is looking for. And in episode 2, the moment where Yoda brings up the lightsaber is one of the most hype shit moments in all Star Wars.
It's literally the only reason why you should watch that movie ever. The only good part about that movie is Yoda.
You can see how that scene was directed knowing that people would lose their fucking shit when it happens. Because
once he starts fucking flipping around, hell yeah.
Yeah, like how that scene is shot is so amazing. But yeah, like it shows like, okay, in the first in Empire Strikes Back, it's like all about it's like, oh, you would imagine a great Jedi Master would be like this human with like tall human. It's like, oh, I'm fucking Jedi Master, dude. I'm fucking Gandalf, man. That's the Jedi Master. And it's like, no, it's this little green guy who is like super weird and like start eating Luke's food or whatever. It's like, no, that's the Jedi Master. It was just playing tricks on you to see how you like don't judge people by their cover, basically. And then in episode 2, at this point, you're so familiar with Yoda. Like, you have watched the original trilogy probably 1,000 times at this point. Like, Yoda doesn't have a lightsaber. What are you talking about? Like, you probably haven't even thought about that concept before. And then he brings out a lightsaber. You're like, oh my god, right. Yoda is a fucking Jedi. Of course he has a lightsaber.
And as cool as they make Yoda in the original, in the prequel trilogy, they just completely fuck Mace Windu. Like, if you read any other canon material to Star Wars, Mace Windu is supposed to be like there was like referenced as the first idea of the Chosen One kind of thing. Like, he's like the best. Like at the time, he's the best Jedi, and his choreography on his fight scenes are some of the worst I've ever seen in my life. Like, the fight with him and Palpatine is so bad. It's awful.
The thing is like the Jedi in episode 2 and 3, they're so dumb. Like, the Jedi Council, if they would just sit down and just talk to each other and just hash it out, none of this shit would have happened. Like, they're all just kind of secretive and stupid.
That's the entire commentary about the prequels.
Yeah.
That they're so full of themselves that they don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
And that's like one, like, it's subtle, like, it's not even subtle. But people misunderstand that point anyway. Like, they look at the prequels like, oh, George Lucas didn't understand what a Jedi is. Like, no, you don't understand what George Lucas was trying to say. Like, if the Jedi were what Obi-Wan describes in the original trilogy, like, if that image that people had back in the 80s of what a Jedi is, if the Jedi Order was that,
they wouldn't be extinct.
Then the Empire would never happen. Like, Order 66 wouldn't have happened. The Clone Wars wouldn't have happened. And that's the point.
God damn.
My favorite, I don't know if y'all seen the meme, but there's a meme from Attack of the Clones, like, if Obi-Wan was a good teacher, how the scene would have went or whatever, and they're like, it's after the war started or whatever, and they're in the ship, and Padme falls out, And Anakin goes to like try to get her, and Obi-Wan's like, "No, remember your training." And all of a sudden, Anakin's like, "It's over, Padme. I have the high ground." Or some shit. It's so stupid, but.
I wanted to do a video for a while that's called, or it's like that meme of Captain America sitting down at the chair.
So you want to?
Oh yeah. So it's like he says, so you missed. So you don't like the prequels or something like that. And the entire thing is about you missed the point. And it's like all the things that you just didn't understand because I don't know, whatever. Yeah, like I would just have like a you missed the point counter. And it's like so many times where it's like
like a sins counter, yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
I think, like, I definitely hear what you're saying, and I definitely would love to see this video make the light of day. But you can't deny the fact that Episode 2's acting and dialogue is just not the worst thing you've ever heard and seen.
It's bad. It's so bad.
Yeah. The acting in that movie is not great. Like one of the funniest part is where like Padme is like, it doesn't matter how we feel about it. How we feel about each other. It's like, oh, yeah, you don't have any chemistry at all.
Yeah.
And it's like,
well, the fact that like,
how is this possible? Like, Hayden Christensen and Natalie Portman are some of the most attractive people in the world, and there's just no chemistry here at all.
Yeah.
He had more chemistry with a 10-year-old boy. That's the saddest thing imaginable.
Well, like, what's funny is like, there's the first movie where Padme is kind of this like strong, important character and everything, and just gets completely sidelined for the next two movies. And basically,
in two, that's her character too. Like, she's really in that fight when they're fighting the monsters.
I hate that fight. Like, her clothes get ripped off for no reason.
That fight is dope.
I mean, it's okay.
I
Anyway,
mean, yeah, if you look apart from the fact that they're just constantly undressing her in that scene, like, well, yeah, sure, I can see that point. But it's like she still fights one of the monsters basically by herself. Like, it's really cool.
Her morality, though, yeah. When he tells her that, like, I murdered children, she's like, look, we all make mistakes. I'm just like, no! He murdered a bunch of people with children.
Have you never heard about the concept of I can fix him?
Yeah, but it's Padme. Like, she's smarter than that. Like, come on.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, that's the...
She's a fucking queen!
The reason why she's a lot more muted in episode 3 is because she's pregnant, and sure, some people would argue that she doesn't have to be because she's pregnant, but at the same time, it's like, yeah.
She also deserved to not just, die because of sadness, Like they could have done something a little better than that. Like, she just lost the will to win. Fuck the two children she just brought into the world.
Yeah, like, I mean, there are, like, lots of deaths during childbirth. You could have just used that.
Yeah, and also, like, yeah, there is no reason why she couldn't have survived the prequels. Like, she could have just
wouldn't
died
Vader
for,
have gone for
I don't know, some other reason. Like, let's say, let's look at the logical conclusion. Like, okay, she survives the prequels, she becomes one of the rebels, and then she fucking dies in a war. Like, that makes more sense.
Leia says in the OT trilogy that she remembers her. Remembers seeing her. Like, that's a complete plot hole. Like,
yeah, so it would have actually made more sense if she survived.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it would have made sense as to why. Yeah, I feel like the reason why they killed her is because why wouldn't she have taken Luke?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess maybe if she survived, she took Luke and then dies later, and then it just doesn't work for the story of the movie.
Also, like, why on earth is like so the two kids are born, they're trying to hide him from Vader, like, we're gonna hide Leia on this, this planet with a completely different family, change her name. Luke though, Luke's gonna go to the
From-
fucking
yeah.
Skywalker Ranch on Tatooine. Where the fuck he's from? Like,
Yeah.
I think what makes sense about
You'd
that
never
is
look
that,
there, you know. You'd never think
Yeah,
they'd hide a
he
child
would never
there.
look there because
Yeah.
Anakin hates sand. No, I mean Anakin hates Tatooine. Like he hates Tatooine. He would never want to go back there.
I would love that
Yeah.
to be Obi-Wan's explanation in the Obi-Wan show. It's like, why did you hide him there? He hates sand.
Oh yeah, I was gonna get into that. Like I'm so fucking excited.
Yeah.
Me
about,
too.
About the Obi-Wan show.
I didn't
And
think I wanted
especially
it,
because
but I think I do now. I really do.
the main reason I am excited is because they finally announced that Hayden Christensen actually in the show.
Man,
Yeah, that's awesome.
he's the reason. Obi-Wan is the reason I like Star Wars. Like if there was no Obi-Wan, I probably wouldn't care for the shit at all. But like the rest of it's good. I just like Obi-Wan is the shining star. Like from Alec Guinness to Ian McGregor. Like I fucking love Obi-Wan.
Dude, Alan Guinness, is that his name? He
Alec
outshines
Guinness.
Alec Guinness.
Alec.
Sorry, yeah. He outshines every other person in that movie as far as acting goes. It's unbelievable.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Like,
Mark Hamill is great, but he's a terrible actor in that movie.
oh yeah, 100%. Like I get what they're going for, but yeah, not good acting. But
I
just
cringe harder at Mark Hamill in A New Hope than I do Hayden Christensen in Attack of the Clones.
No way. No
I think-
way.
No,
I understand where you're
100%.
coming from, but I think
fucking hate the shit when he's like, "Oh, I wanted to go get popcorns." It's like he sounds so naggy all the fucking time.
I think that's less about acting and more of product of the time, because that's just how people acted back then. That's just like a lot of the 70s, 80s movies. That's just how people. It's like Anakin as a kid in the 90s or early 2000s. That's just how kid actors were. Just kind of annoying.
I like young Anakin in Episode 1 more than fucking Luke Skywalker in Episode 4.
I'll take that, but I won't take that. Like I won't take you hating Mark Hamill over. You're exactly how I pictured you in my dreams. And the delivery of that fucking line is so bad.
Exactly how I pictured my dreams.
Oh my god. Look, maybe all right, it was just what he had to work with, but like everybody else had to work with the same shit. Like Ewan McGregor had to work with that dialogue too, and he did a fucking great job. And oh man,
It's just
Hayden Christensen just did not.
he didn't have to, like, okay, because George Lucas obviously is not good at writing like a love story, which is what he was trying to go
No, for sure.
And like they didn't give that to Ewan McGregor.
Revenge
They
of the
gave
Sith works more because the love aspect is just not as prevalent. In
well,
that
because
movie.
they don't have to act together. They're never really together in the movie, so the chemistry doesn't matter.
Maybe, and on top of that, like the character who voices, or the guy who voices Anakin in the Clone Wars show, like Anakin is such a better character in that show than he ever is in any of the prequel movies, like ever. Like I don't know if you agree with that, Dennis, but that's just how I felt watching the show.
Yeah, he's an awesome character in the Clone Wars. I think Matt Lanter, who voices him in Clone Wars, he's better as like he's a better general actor, but I feel like Hayden does the like you know that scene on like Mortis when he talks to the ghost of his mom?
Yeah,
That scene doesn't work with Matt Lanter in my opinion.
that's fair.
My question for the
We needed Hayden Christensen in that scene. Like that's I feel like their relationship to the more personal relationships I feel Hayden does better than Lanter.
even,
I could see that. I guess.
well, is Padme in that, or because their personal relationship was
Yeah.
trash? I did not think Hayden Christensen and Natalie Portman did well.
Yeah,
off
it's
each
just
other
I
at all.
feel like Matt Lanter doesn't like he makes Anakin a really great character, but he doesn't show the emotional side of Anakin really well.
Also,
like,
Boing said earlier that he doesn't like Natalie Portman, and I just completely can't agree with you.
How can you not like?
And I might
Natalie
block
Portman?
you from the channel forever.
Good lord. Oh man, shit.
We stand Natalie Portman here, okay? This is a Natalie Portman
Yes.
stan family.
Yes, we're gonna change the name of this channel from Curly Studios to We Stand Natalie Portman.
I wouldn't be too bad about it, to be honest.
But yeah, like the scenes between Anakin and Padme in the Clone Wars, while they're great, they just don't have the same like. They just don't have the emotional resonance that I feel when I watch like Revenge of the Sith. And like even like
I would
like,
say in Revenge of the Sith, I'd agree.
Apart from the terrible writing in Episode 2, I feel like there's more chemistry between them than there is between Matt Lanter and whoever voices Padme in the Clone Wars.
I honestly really love
their lines at the same time.
I love Anakin and Obi-Wan in Revenge of the Sith. I think they had great chemistry on each other.
Oh yeah, yes. Siege from Mandalore adds so many great things to Revenge of the Sith.
What's that?
The final arc of the Clone Wars.
Oh,
It takes place during Revenge of the Sith.
her acting annoying. Don't hate her as a person. She's such a good actress, though.
Yeah.
He's great.
You're crazy, dude.
I feel like her to be Thor.
I mean, I guess if you're basing it off of like episode 2 and 3, yeah, I could see where you're coming from. But she was great in episode 1, I think, and anything beyond that, like what's that Black Swan movie? That was incredible. Viva Vendetta. She's good.
Anakin,
She's gonna be Thor, man.
Her character. I think people hated her for no reason. I don't understand the hate for her in those movies.
Yeah.
I think Thor 2 is underrated. People hate that movie. I liked it.
I think all the Thor movies are underrated.
I mean, the reason why she wasn't she wasn't brought back for Ragnarok is because she didn't want to. Like she wanted Patty Jenkins to direct Dark World, and she's really pushed for it. But they picked some other, I don't know who did it.
I'm glad she's coming back.
Choice.
Man, she was so good in them. Like when she starts getting abducted by the E stuff, I thought that was gonna go somewhere, and it never did.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like she's great in Thor 1, but you can see how she's just totally phoning it in Thor 2.
Dark World, yeah.
And yeah, her relationship with Marvel really saddened, really got worse during the production of that movie, and she.
I wonder how they fixed that. Like how they got her back.
Like, hey, we're gonna make you
actual Thor. She's gonna be Thor, and that's the reason why she's coming back.
God damn, I can't wait for that.
That's gonna be so dope.
I hope she kicks Chris Hemsworth ass.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
What I like so much about Natalie Portman's performance in Thor 1 is that she's so fucking horny for Thor. Yeah. It's so funny to watch. Like she's so fucking thirsty in that movie.
I mean, who wouldn't be?
Yeah, obviously. Like it makes perfect sense. Like I'm not blaming her or anything. Like it's an accurate performance to how you would be next to fucking Thor.
Also, if you're just Natalie Portman, you know, and next to Chris Hemsworth, like who wouldn't be?
Exactly.
Money, that's
like,
how.
Imagine.
I don't know. I don't think Natalie Portman's hurting for money. Natalie Portman can get work.
I think the reason why she is in Thor: Love and Thunder is because she is going to be a really awesome female superhero.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea, like you said, with the Patty Jenkins thing. It almost could be like this could be a comeback and combat like the original issues. Like, did y'all not want to hire Patty because I would hope that's not the case. I can't speak to that, but You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest problem with Marvel up to this point so far is that they have not been very good when it comes to diversity and representation at all. Like, all of the movies are white male protagonists except for Captain Marvel and Black Panther.
Right. And I think, well, I mean, during Thor 2 times, that's the case. I think they've gotten a lot better at it. Like, with the inclusion of, like, Black Panther and Shang-Chi and shit
it's
like that,
yeah, Phase 4 is just flipping the coin entirely.
I mean, we're open with Black Widow, too, so that's awesome.
Yeah. I'm very... It's gonna be... I'm so glad that they're releasing Black Widow on Disney Plus, man.
Dude, me too.
So the worst thing about all the movies... Like, all the movies are coming back now. But some of them are theater only, which is going to make sense in the summer because America is going to be all vaccinated by the summer, or at least the ones that aren't fucking stubborn, but they're not going to go watch the movies anyway. Or they're not
it would be opening up either way, it seems.
Yeah. But the thing is, the rest of the world isn't vaccinated, and we still need the movies to be streamed.
Right.
Because we can't go to the theaters. Like, the theaters are literally not open. Like, we were going to go... The reason why I asked for your HBO Max account was because, like, the movie Godzilla vs. Kong is supposed to show in theaters, but the theater chain in Sweden is just not open.
Right.
So we can't go see it.
Yeah. Is our movie theater even open, Ryan? Like, are ours?
Yeah, they've been showing like retro stuff. T-Rock just went and saw Ninja Turtles.
Oh shit!
Not too long ago.
Okay. Captain Marvel was black. I loved it. I thought it was awesome. I don't.
Oh yeah, I think Captain Marvel was great.
I wish that they would have fleshed Captain Marvel, the character herself, a little more. But everything that happened in it was cool. Like, I love bringing back Phil Coulson.
I think Captain Marvel was good. It could have been better. I think the biggest problem with Captain Marvel is that she's just too perfect.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
She doesn't have a lot that you can relate to. She doesn't have anything about her that's very relatable at all. She's just like a perfect
Mary Sue
person. Yeah.
Also a little overpowered. when she comes,
it doesn't really matter that she's overpowered. Like, if you look at someone like Superman, like, you can relate to, or not really relate, but like he has problems that he's dealing with, at least in the Zack Snyder movies. Like, the problem that he's dealing with is that he's being looked at as a god, and like that's the problem. That's the struggle that he's dealing with in that movie, and that's something that you can look at and like, okay, I can see how he's feeling here. Captain Marvel doesn't have any kind of problem to deal with in her movie.
Yeah.
All she's doing is that, we have to do the thing with the Skrulls. Like, oh no, they're not the villains. It's like fucking the other guy, and it's like, okay, that's it. There's just no, like, okay, she has amnesia, I guess, but it's not.
Yeah, that was the problem though. Is like, you just met this character. Now the character has amnesia. Like, we don't know who the character is. Neither does she. It's a little weird.
Yeah.
So then you don't really get to develop the character because the character's not even themselves the whole time.
Yeah.
I just say the overpowered thing because on in-game where she just flies through the ship like that, I'm like, that's badass. But also, you can just fly through Thanos right now. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, she does bring some problems to it. It's like when in Far From Home, where it's like, what about Captain Marvel? It's like, she's off-world. It's like, oh yeah. This your excuse for every solution, every situation in the Marvel universe is now, okay, why is Captain Marvel not here and just punch?
But I feel like they're gonna use that. They're gonna play that up because like with the have you seen WandaVision?
Yeah.
So like when they're like talking about like Captain Marvel versus Scarlet Witch and the lady who's going to be Proton is like, I don't really talk. I want to talk about her. Like, you can tell, like her not being around Earth is going to be like an actual issue. Like that's going to like have created. It's going to create problems for her. Like the fact that she's always off-world, I feel like is going to be an actual thing that they play up in the next in the Marvels or whatever they're calling it.
Oh man, that fucking trailer with all the hype stuff and then the reveals of those things. That was so fucking good.
I'm so ready for Fantastic Four.
Did you saw that, right, Dennis?
Yeah.
Oh my god. The fucking when the Wakanda Forever logo popped, I had no idea that I was so excited for another Black Panther until I saw that.
I just want to know what they're going to do. Like, it's such a mystery. Like,
Ryan, are you not racing?
Oh shit! I forgot that we started. I was caught up in the hype.
It's gonna be like, I feel like you're going to need one scene with him. You're gonna need something that says
terrified and very intrigued.
I'm not Black Panther anymore. Fucking Shuri or Killmonger, you're Black Panther now. I'm just gonna be king, or I'm gonna retire, or something. Like,
you don't think they kill him?
Something that sets up. No, they're not gonna.
I feel like it's such poor taste if they give him an off-screen death. It'd be so bad.
I think they have to kill him.
I don't think they do.
No, I think
not
what they're gonna do is they're gonna do what they did with Paul Walker in Fury 7. They're gonna just sunset the character.
Oh, he's not dead in that series?
No.
I know that. I never seen that movie.
I feel like it's incredibly poor taste to have like for like a continuing character. If the actor died and you just killed him off in the movie, I just feel like that's like really bad.
I don't mean like in like a cool action scene. Oh, he's dead now, but like in some sort of like the movie opens and it's a funeral or something, like, you know what I mean?
By the way, have you guys seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
So isn't it fucking weird? Isn't it weird that Captain America is dead? That Steve Rogers is dead?
No, I mean...
they said that?
He doesn't die. He doesn't die in Endgame. He's just old.
I thought why
is he gone?
I thought he was only old to the two people that know. I thought that he was presumed to be dead.
But if he was dead, then none of this would have happened. Like, the reason why he gives up the shield to begin with is because he doesn't feel like he's worthy of it. And he wouldn't have given up the shield without a conversation with Steve Rogers first. So Steve has to be dead.
I interpreted it like, I'm this old guy. Y'all let me live in peace, but I died in this battle. Take my shield, and explain that I died in this battle. That's how I interpreted it.
Yeah, I think that's the gist of it. Like
nobody knows that he's old man over there except for Bucky and Sam.
They refer to him in past tense. Because they say like Steve was and stuff like that.
Well, because he's gone. Like, he's not there anymore. He's in a different timeline.
Okay, I would be okay with that if he just went back to his original timeline.
Yeah, he went back to went back to not his original timeline, but the timeline where he's with Peggy now.
No, I honestly thought he just stayed in that timeline, just living out the rest of the life.
Yeah, my interpretation was.
I feel like he's gonna come back as Old Man Cap at some point.
No. Look, he was like old and shriveled and shit. He's not moving, man. But
they're gonna have that man.
My interpretation was that he lived out his life with Peggy. Peggy died, and he went over to this dimension, and now he's here. That was how I read it, but. What you said, Ryan, it makes more sense that he came and then he went back.
Yeah.
And I would be okay with that.
Because Peggy's there in the current timeline, but maybe not in his. Also, there's a working fan theory. I don't like it much, but like he went back to the original timeline to try to make it work with Peggy, but because like there's some kind of weird fan theory where instead of ending up with Peggy, he finds Natasha, and they end up together. And that's why when Sam's like, "Are you gonna?" And that's why when Sam's like, "Are you gonna tell me about her?" He's like, "No, I don't think I will." But I think that's a terrible idea.
That's awful. Yeah.
I mean,
you know what? You boink. It is make believe, but it does matter. It matters to me.
They had an extreme level of chemistry in Winter Soldier, though.
Oh yeah, they did.
That was palpable, man.
That's true. That is true.
I'm so excited for her movie.
Yeah, it's gonna.
I'm
be...
curious if they bring her back into the fold somehow. Because
I feel like
a
this
part
is
of me
gonna
feels like they will, but then the other part of me is like, there's no consequences anywhere. Everybody just comes back, you know?
I don't think she's coming back. I think this movie's going to introduce the new person to take over the Black Widow mantle.
What I don't like about
I could see her coming back just because of the Soul Stone stuff. But I don't know.
Yeah, the thing is, like, what I don't like about that's the rumor that Florence Pugh is gonna take over Black Widow. What I don't like about that, though, is that is the kind of social commentary around it. Like, Scarlett Johansson is like 35 or something like that right now. Florence Pugh is like 23. It just feels like they're switching Black Widow out because she's too old. It just also like more taste for me.
Are we sure that Scarlett? I think if Scarlett Johansson wanted to come back, they would say, "Hell yeah, we'll bring you back." But it could be a thing where she doesn't want to do the role anymore, and if that's the case, then they have to find someone new to be Black Widow.
I don't know if that's the case. Like, she delivered as hell.
I feel
Endgame,
like
man.
if that was the case, she wouldn't have done a solo movie. If she was ready to bounce, Endgame would have been it. You know, why do a Black Widow solo movie as a prequel? It doesn't. That's the only reason why I think they bring her back, because it just doesn't make sense to me that
I was basing it off of the idea that I figured that just like the same with Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans, that their time within the MCU had run its course and they weren't wanting to re-up their time. But if she wants to come back, they should absolutely just bring her back. Like, fuck consequences. I don't give a shit about that.
There was that one shot on the Loki trailer that kind of looks like her, but kind of doesn't. That was kind of interesting.
Yeah. I could see the reason why. Like maybe I could see this being the scenario where she was supposed to stop with Endgame, but then they greenlit the Black Widow movie, and she was like, "Fine, I'll do this one."
Yeah.
And then I'm done.
I could see that.
It's kind of just, I don't know. It's got to be one or the other. Like, she comes back or the mantle's passed on, because like Marvel's always like setting up the next thing. Like, what is a prequel of a character that's dead gonna set up? Like, I don't understand what that would.
Yeah, I just feel like the slate of movies and shows that we have coming up, the Hawkeye movie, the Hawkeye show, the She-Hulk show, is all setting up the original six to finally be sunset. Thor: Love and Thunder, Chris Hemsworth's going to step away, and Natalie Portman's going to be Thor. Hawkeye, it's going to be his daughter that takes over, or Kate. What's the name of the Kate Bishop? And then with Hulk, She-Hulk's going to start taking over now that he's Professor Hulk or whatever.
I honestly, I think Thor.
The Black Widow movie could be the same thing.
I think Thor's going to coexist with Natalie Portman. I don't think he's going.
I think Thor's going to be. He's going to
be the Guardians.
I just think he's going to be part of the Guardians.
Yeah.
But I'm so. What was I thinking about? Oh yeah, I am so fucking excited for Haley Steinfeld to be a part of the Avengers, man.
Yeah.
That's gonna be dope as fuck.
Wait, who's that?
She's the actress playing Kate Bishop. She played Spider-Gwen, and she played the girl in Bumblebee.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
She's awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait for Loki. I can't wait for that show. It's gonna be awesome. I wonder if they bring him back too.
Also,
God damn it, that's like another thing. Like,
is that taking place in an alternate timeline, or is like
it has to? Yeah.
No,
how does that?
It's in its timeline. Because it takes place in he never traveled to this timeline.
Well, like,
no, he just has the space stone, and the space stone can't move timelines. So,
well, he's in an alternate universe that he could get the other stones. You know, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, he seems to have gone to this like time management place. So maybe he goes from there to.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Also,
I would
think
love for
they're gonna
Loki
start
to
setting
be.
Up,
Loki is the catalyst for Deadpool coming in.
yeah.
So, how did you feel about the whole Ralph Boner thing?
God, fuck.
It
What
was
a
disappointing.
stupid letdown.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like I didn't want him to be the character from the X-Men movies.
I wanted him to be that, but also like in the displaced universe kind of thing. Like I kind of did want it, but
That's the thing. Like when it happened, it's very interesting how like hype carries you away like that. Like I remember the first trailer for Rise of Skywalker, where like it ends with Palpatine's like laugh, I think it is. And
Right.
I was like, oh my god, that's fucking awesome. And then you think about it a little bit more. I'm like, I don't really want Palpatine to return. It's like the same thing here. It's like, oh man, that's so hype. And it's like, but I don't really want the X-Men universe to be part of the MCU.
But I would love for
It's
them
like,
to be
I
able
don't really
to.
want that to happen.
I would love for them to be able to pick and choose like that, just because it's alternate universe. Explain it that way, whatever. Because he was phenomenal as Quicksilver. The same thing with fucking Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. You don't want a different Deadpool, but he's technically X-Men. Like they can do it any way they want. Like his Quicksilver scenes made those fucking movies. Like if they include Quicksilver in any way, I just want them to do what Fox did, but better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Plus, it would just be interesting. Like it would have just been interesting if they had played around with the timelines a little bit there, even if it wasn't a permanent thing.
It makes perfect sense for them to take the best Wanda and the best Pietro and put them together.
Yeah. Like the dude that played Kick-Ass just never had a chance to be good, you know. So he wasn't.
I don't want any crossing over of the X-Men garbage ass universe.
I do.
I think it was a cool Easter egg to use the same actor, and you could maybe make him Quicksilver, but don't make him the Quicksilver from that timeline. Make him just a new Quicksilver. Like,
yeah, that's what I mean too. But I mean, you could do that easily, explaining like the character's appearance and actions and stuff are the same as this other universe because it's, you know, fucking alternate universes. They can do that.
That's fine. But just like, I don't want them to be like, hey,
right,
all that X-Men shit is now part of the MCU multiverse. Like, I don't want that because that's just garbage.
Yeah, I don't want to have to watch the X-Men movies to catch up on the Marvel.
No, I agree there. Like, absolutely. The
I want an all new cast for the X-Men stuff. Like, not an all new, but like I want them to build their own X-Men roster.
Keep
who
the X-Men dude
like
from fucking Deadpool. What's the guy's name? Fucking God damn it, Colossus.
That
Keep
plays
that
who?
Colossus.
Maybe. I feel like Colossus. They're gonna need to wait a while before they introduce Colossus
he's
anyway.
So fucking good in it, dude. I love him. It's perfect.
Who would you like to see as Wolverine in the MCU?
Henry Cavill.
My vote's on Scott Eastwood.
Oh, I'm good with that too.
Who's that?
Clint Eastwood's son.
What does he play?
I
can't.
He was like Lil Punk in Fast and Furious 8.
He was in Suicide Squad. He was the dude who blew the bomb underneath Killer Croc. With Killer Croc underneath the suit.
I'm gonna have to look this guy up. I don't think I could place him.
There's like fan art of him as Wolverine, and he looks perfect.
I don't know. I don't think I have anybody. He's got like Hugh Jackman is so iconic for that role that I can't picture it. But I want them to get a really short, stout, angry dude. That's all I care about. I'd take a no-name person as long as they cast it right. I would like a no-name.
I think Cavill's perfect for it.
Cavill just seems too stoic and tall.
Well, and I get what you're saying there. Maybe in that case, like, I want Cavill in the
Dude,
MCU somewhere.
Cavill for
So maybe
Cyclops.
make it Cyclops. Yeah, okay, I'll take that. I'll
That would be
definitely
awesome,
take that.
actually.
Just keep James Marsden out of the goddamn MCU. I fucking hate James Marsden.
Why?
I thought it was great in the Sonic movie.
Yeah, I was about to say in the Sonic movie.
Part about the Sonic movie.
No
He's
way.
okay. He's okay.
I actually hope they
He's
keep him in
okay.
the Sonic franchise somehow. I don't know how they would do it, but do it.
I don't understand why he keeps getting put in movies next to like anthropomorphic fictional characters.
Wait,
how
what else?
How does that keep happening to the Easter Bunny?
The Easter Bunny.
Yeah, it's a movie like literally like almost like the same idea as Sonic. But he's the human character to the side of the Easter Bunny.
So speaking of anthropomorphic characters, what did you think about the Space Jam New Legacy trailer?
It looks really good. It's gonna tank. It's gonna tank really hard because everybody hates LeBron James right now.
What did LeBron do?
Why do people?
LeBron came out like hating on police officers, saying that he's like targeting police officers and saying they're going to be next. Not that he's doing anything wrong, but everybody's hating on him right now because he's being like super like political activist. And
I mean,
I'm still going to watch it, but people are hating on LeBron pretty hard right now.
I mean, NWA says, fuck the police, but they're still pretty dope.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. Trust me. Some people are still going to watch it, but it's going to lose a lot of viewership because like he is already a disliked figure in the NBA because he's kind of cocky and full of himself. But I mean, so was Michael Jordan. So
what do you think the odds are that Michael Jordan's in this movie?
it better be 100% or it's going to fail.
Oh,
if
shit.
Michael Jordan
Okay.
doesn't at least if Michael Jordan doesn't make at least a cameo appearance, this movie is a failure on every level.
The movie
he
looks
needs to have a
exactly.
cameo appearance.
It looks exactly like I expected and exactly what I would want, but it didn't really do much for me. I don't know why that is.
I'm excited for it, like very excited for it. I just also like I don't know if they can capture like the heartstring moments that Space Jam had, like when like because if you know Michael Jordan's backstory, the opening scene of Space Jam where like he's practicing basketball in the backyard and his dad comes out there like talking to him about his future. Like that's such a good moment, and like I Believe I Can Fly is playing it.
Yeah,
like, this movie's not going to have that moment.
You can't have another I Believe I Can Fly song. There's no way.
What I'm worried about is that because Space Jam, the original soundtrack for Space Jam is actually insane. Like how many hit songs come from this movie. And I am a little bit afraid that they're just gonna do a bunch of remixes. They're not gonna have any original music for this.
They're just gonna put Pitbull's Africa cover.
God damn it.
Oh, why did they think that was a good idea?
I think it's interesting that they keep leaning into the shared universe thing, like with Ready Player One and now this.
Yeah, everyone wants to just display the IP that they own.
Yeah, that's all this is.
If they do some interesting stuff with it, it'd be awesome. But like, if it's just cameos, just for cameos, it's kind of like it's not as unique anymore. Come on, do something cool with it. Like the Lego movies, for example. The Lego movies, like, say what you will about them, the cameos actually are awesome in those movies.
Yeah. Honestly, more than any like cameo or like excited for anything else other than in this movie, the fact that Don Cheadle seems to have like a legit presence in this movie has got me so excited.
Yeah.
Why is my Aku mask
I think it's
now
so cool that because you're playing as an evil character.
What? It wasn't doing that before, I thought.
Oh yeah, no, I think it's there's like a special mask on this level. I think.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck? Also, the panda's not a bad guy. He's a friend.
No, yeah. I thought you just switched character or something.
Oh, okay.
What was I thinking about? I don't know.
I know, but I hit you with that evil mask.
Oh yeah, now I remember what I was talking about. Like it's cool how like Batman is just a legit character in the Lego movie.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like it feels like someone who would make a cameo, but like no, Batman is just like a straight up character.
And like his character's
so random.
hilariously like a parody of Batman. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Do y'all think we're getting another one of those?
I hope so. I'll be honest.
I hope so.
The second Lego
I
movie.
want a sequel to the Lego Batman movie.
Yeah.
That movie is like no joke. Actually, my favorite Batman movie.
All right, now you're being crazy. It's phenomenal, but I wouldn't go that far. I think the first Lego movie is the best one. Lego Batman was awesome, but some of the just writing and jokes of the original Lego movie just were 10 out of 10 for me. The second one...
Yeah, I think I agree.
The second one makes me wonder if I want a third, because like I did enjoy it, but I'm like, I don't think they can quite reach it.
Yeah, the second one was not as good. It was not as good.
It's kind of like Wreck-It Ralph 2. Like, it's a good movie, but it's like, it's not... Come on.
I don't know. Wreck-It Ralph 2 made me cry. So.
I mean, the first one made me cry.
I don't know. I think the second one made me cry more.
Interesting. I did like the second one.
What I didn't like about I thought the second one was really cool. There was a lot of like internet culture stuff that I really like. Oh yeah, that's funny. What I didn't like about it is that Wreck-It Ralph was about video games.
Yeah.
And now it's not about video games anymore.
Yeah, that's true. That was a movie that
I think it
subverted
would have been more
expectations for
interesting
me.
I feel like it would have been more fun if Wreck-It Ralph 2 was about like, Wreck-It Ralph got a sequel or something, and now it's like this online game.
Oh, dude.
That would have been cool.
Shit, there's number 3 right there. You did it. I love the Disney princess scene, though. That was so good. It is like it didn't top the villains of the video game thing, though. Man, the like AA meeting with villains. God damn it, that was so funny.
Oh yeah, it's fucking great. Just because you are a bad guy does not mean you are a bad guy. I fucking love that whole.
Fuck, Wreck-It Ralph is underrated. It's a good movie.
Fucking Bowser was there.
Yeah.
Bowser and Eggman. Wait, was Eggman there? Or am I fabricating that?
Yeah, Eggman was there.
Okay.
Eggman was there. Sonic was there.
Oh, yeah.
Pac-Man ghosts.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's do one more round. I didn't realize it was fucking 2:30. It's been fun, guys.
I love
shit.
how Sonic is just like exposition dump in the first.
Yeah.
He's like one of the only ones that has a line. He's like, "Go this way," or some stupid line like.
He explains how
Man,
works.
Yeah.
How shitty is it? Too. How shitty is it that his voice actor just called it quits?
Yeah.
Like the dude who's voiced Sonic for like forever is just like, I'm done. Like that.
My theory is that so this is my theory.
I don't know. Ben Schwartz is awesome as Sonic though.
My theory is that they saw Ben Schwartz as Sonic in the Sonic movie, and they were like, let's just cast Ben Schwartz in all the new Sonic games.
He did a good job.
I guess so. I'd be okay with that. Also, did y'all see the? I think I meant to ask this when I was talking about the Sonic movie. It was like a screenshot of the set, and they had the character models for Tails and Knuckles on set with Sonic. God,
looks perfect.
So
I haven't
good.
seen
this. So good.
It's the perfect blend.
Wait, is this real?
With the boom design.
Yeah, it's absolutely perfect.
It's like it's not the little spinky fucking regular design, which just doesn't make any physical sense, and it's not like the huge bulky dude from Boom. It's like the perfect blend between the two.
I need to see this. Man,
yeah, you need to go check it out. It's
crazy
awesome.
how well the Sonic movie did and did nothing Sonic related. Like it wasn't even like you're not even on Sonic's planet. The Chaos Emeralds don't exist yet, and it still just worked phenomenally.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it's almost like
probably
a prequel to
because of
Sonic.
that.
It's so
I mean,
cool.
it pulled like huge roots from the very first Sonic game. I feel like it's actually really close in like continuity wise, like because those first few Sonic games, like Green Hill Zone is not in. I don't know what I'm saying, but
Green Hill Zone is on Planet Mobius or whatever.
is it?
Yeah. That's
Huh.
like in the movie,
Yeah.
even that's on their planet.
Is it? I thought the city was referencing Green Hill Zone too, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, there
Yeah.
was like an Easter egg where it's like Emerald Hill or whatever from Sonic the Hedgehog 2 that was
Okay.
on the sign. Or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
Which there's some dope Easter eggs in that movie too.
This Ryan has left the game.
Oh, my Switch just died.
Well, I guess you didn't want to get last place on one more.
Guys, I'll be straight with you. I've been phoning this shit in for the past like hour. Just bullshit.
Ryan's just been keeping this
So
company.
so Eggman is definitely the villain again, right?
Oh yeah, I mean him
But
on
now
that
it's like
him
real Eggman.
on that fucking mushroom thing, like from fucking Sonic and Knuckles. That fucking blew my mind, dude.
Yeah.
And then when Tails, oh my god, I have no idea why I was so fucking hyped when that happened, but I almost like stood up and like shouted. Like me and Bree both lost our fucking minds over something so obvious. Like of course they're gonna tease Tails.
Can they
Yeah.
just please just like it's so trivial, but just put him in a fat suit, like please.
Yeah, I hope
Like
make him eat one of those stupid mushrooms and he's just bloated as fuck for no reason.
also, do you think we make it to a point where they introduce Shadow the Hedgehog?
No,
No,
absolutely
Fuck.
not.
I want it.
I think we're
I want it so bad.
It's not gonna.
I think
happen.
we're getting Shadow in the third movie.
No fucking
God,
way.
please.
I'm
Please.
shocked that they're talking about Knuckles in this movie. Like, I thought honestly they would go the route of like the next movie is just a Sonic and Tails movie.
So I think this was gonna happen. So in Sonic 2, we're gonna get as we already know, we're gonna get Tails and Knuckles. I also think we're gonna get obviously Eggman and Metal Sonic.
Metal Sonic, yeah, fuck yes.
And then in the next movie, Shadow is gonna be the main villain.
Please.
Or it's gonna
please.
I think what they're gonna do like a like a Civil War Batman v Superman thing, and in the end Shadow and Sonic teams up towards Eggman.
Do you think we get Super Sonic in this movie? Or do we have to introduce the Chaos Emeralds first for that?
I think
Yeah.
we're getting the Chaos Emeralds in this one.
Yeah, it's weird that the
Okay.
Chaos Emeralds are nowhere near that movie. The first one, like nothing, got nothing from it.
I think my least favorite part of the
They have to make a joke about the fact that emeralds are green and not multicolored.
Yeah.
I think my least favorite part about that movie is the whole like teleportation thing with the rings.
Yeah. I thought that was clever.
I think it's fine. It's just kind of like it was random. I don't know.
But they had to give
I-
substance to the
I
rings.
think it's
is the
good
thing.
because the rings are so iconic for the Sonic franchise, and they needed to do something with them, and it just doesn't make sense for rings to be a collectible in a
Right.
movie.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm pretty
Do y'all
sure.
think that James Marsden has as prevalent of a role in the second movie?
I hope.
Not as prevalent because we're gonna have Tails and Knuckles, but he's gonna be there.
Okay.
What if the next movie
Damn.
is straight up just on what the fuck's the planet? Mobius? Morpheus?
It's Mobius. He's a
Mobius.
Mobian
The
hedgehog.
next movie is just straight up on Mobius, and the only human character is just Eggman.
I'd be okay with that. But that's a high budget movie because that's all CG at that
Dude,
point,
Green
right?
Hill Zone looks so fucking
Yeah.
cool, man.
It looks
Oh,
so
man.
good.
It
Oh my
looks so
god.
cool.
Dude, I would not be surprised if Sonic 3 is another it's on Mobius, man. It's all in the world of fucking real Sonic.
Also,
The
you
Shadow
said, you
thing
said
is
we're
a reach.
getting
There's no way.
we're getting Shadow in the third movie. Are we also getting Rouge the Bat?
Yes.
God damn,
thank
y'all
God.
are crazy.
I love you, Dennis.
Y'all are fucking, dude. I swear to God, though, if chaos comes into these fucking movies, it's gonna be a hype train. I swear to God. They're gonna get into the backstory of
What's
that Knuckles tribe of Echidna.
Yeah.
What's their name from Sonic Adventure?
Yeah.
Not Talia. God, Taki. I don't remember her name.
Man,
I hated those sections of the game. I was so ready to move on, and I couldn't find the bitch.
I can just like imagine like a scene for Sonic, like the third Sonic movie they introduce like Shadow, or like you get the scene from Sonic 2 or Adventure 2 where they're like grinding down the rails of the Golden Gate Bridge. Like, how fucking cool would that be to see in a movie? Like,
Yeah.
Do you think we're ever gonna get the truck scene?
Oh my
from,
God!
like, City Escape? Hell yes.
Dude, wait, that could be the third movie. Is like Sonic is wanted now. He's on the run on Earth, and he's like jumps from a helicopter, and there you go. Man, that was the biggest mistake of the first movie. Is they didn't have any Crush 40. None.
It would have been so cool if in that scene where, you know, in this the movie starts with the you may wonder why I'm here, how I got here.
Yeah.
Thing. But like when they get back to that scene, it's such a missed opportunity if you don't play Escape from the City in that scene.
I literally made a tweet about that. I said the biggest missed opportunity in the history of cinema. And like I made an edit where that song is playing over that scene, and it's fucking phenomenal.
Nah, man.
Actually, I need to.
I
find
would
that
hope the
tweet now.
reason why they haven't done that is because they are saving it.
They better be.
I don't have faith that they're gonna do something that cool. Who's making this? Is Paramount making the Sonic movies, or is that somebody else?
I just sent y'all a link to that tweet. It was a rush job for sure, so it's not like perfect, but it's great.
I feel like I remember it's Paramount because like instead of the stars going over the lady with the torch, it's or instead of the stars going over the mountain, it's the rings going over the mountain, right? In the opening of the movie.
Wait, sorry, I'm just watching the clip that Curly sent.
Pretty sure it's Paramount. I'm not.
Together. Now you understand why there's a psychotic robot doctor chasing a
I
supersonic
think the
blue
reason
hedgehog.
why they didn't do
Wanna
it
know how it
is
ends?
because it doesn't have that kind of feel. It's supposed to feel more threatening.
Fuck that. Fuck that, Dennis.
I think this would work. The reason why it works in Sonic Adventure 2 is because it's the tone setter for the game. And I feel like they would have to do this is the climax in this scenario. This is a climax sort of scene, you know.
Yeah.
You want it to be more like, oh, this is is Sonic's gonna make it, you know.
Sonic's gonna die.
Yeah.
Sally
and I feel
Acorn,
like if you really want
Fuck
to.
outta here.
I really feel like if you want to just set the tone, you know, like, oh, Sonic is fucking cool, man. Then you do this at the start of a movie, just like how Sonic 2 starts out. Because literally the best thing about Sonic 2 is the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
The rest is just garbage.
Damn.
God damn.
But I could even say like the first 5 minutes.
I mean, pretty much any of the Sonic or Shadow levels were dope. Dude,
I think the
I'm
entire
sorry.
game is incredible.
The last space level where Sonic's grinding on rails in space makes no sense, but that level's dope as hell. And then it leads up to that race battle with Sonic and Shadow. It's good. Why are we talking about this?
No, I love every bit of Sonic Adventure 2.
We talked about Sonic for like
Garden.
3 hours tonight, then Star Wars for 2 hours. It's great. What a good night.
The Chow Garden is one of the most underrated things in video games ever.
I love the Chow Garden. The only problem is the Chow race were not fun because you didn't do anything.
No,
It was just
they're so fun. They're stupid
You
fun.
don't do anything during the races though. There needed to
You
be
cheer them
dancing.
on.
You
It's
cheer
your
them
child.
on.
All you have to do is be supportive, Curly.
Guys,
But
so
you couldn't skip it or speed it up.
there's some display company that just mentioned the Switch Pro in their earnings call.
No shit.
Oh fuck.
It's happening. It's happening, boys. We can play Crash Team Racing on our Switch Pros. I don't know why that got me. Oh. All right. Thank you guys for listening to us talk about Star Wars and Sonic the Hedgehog and a little bit of Crash Bandicoot. Oh my god, Crash's tongue was just so wet right there on that frame. That was weird. There's like so much saliva dripping off. Thank you, Dennis, for playing with me tonight. Thank you, Ryan, for playing with us tonight. Yeah.
I mean, that's more just hung out and talked. Like, 8th place doesn't really count as playing.
Dude, you made 7th place that one time. All right, I was there for that.
That's true.
I didn't beat
I'll
Dennis
take
a
it.
single
Alright, you're
race,
welcome.
so a single one. We played probably like 40 races, maybe more. I don't even know.
I'm just saying, hit me back up in Mario Kart. I'll be glad to finish 12th.
God damn it, Ryan. You're probably better in Mario Kart than this.
I'm a little better in Mario Kart, but again, I haven't played in so long, so.
I want to, we were talking about doing the Super Mario Party. I really want to do that. So.
I need to get it.
That'll probably be the next multiplayer game I play. I mean, aside from maybe Among Us or something.
The only problem is I feel like the next $60 Switch title I get is going to be Mario Golf.
Damn, Mario Golf is
Mario
60.
Golf. Yeah. Hype. We're gonna play that. Dude, you just assume that every Nintendo game is $60.
Yeah, there was
That you will
people
be happy
surprised
when
that
when they're not.
people were surprised that Pokemon Snap was 60. I'm like, of course it is. But then I turned around and being like, Mario Golf is 60? Yeah, of course it is, Curly. God damn it. When will you learn?
The Mario sports titles are so underrated. They're all fantastic.
I agree though. Yeah. I mean, it's worth 60.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm not ready to spend $60.
I was really surprised that Game Builder Garage is just 30.
Oh, I need to check that out
looks
too.
awesome.
I'm excited about that. See how they're doing this. Like what format? Like I want to see how Nintendo is gonna make a really accessible game engine, basically.
Yeah, it's like Nintendo Dreams, which is very fascinating. I'm very interested in it, but it also makes me wonder. Like, this looks like it's made by the Mario Maker team? Or is that wrong? It looks like those guys.
No, it's made by the Labo team.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
really?
definitely has a Labo look to it.
I do see that.
Because Labo VR had similar tools in it.
Yeah, that makes more sense then.
So they've just like made a standalone version of that.
What, like the naming convention of this makes me feel like this should have been like a Labo type of thing.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll introduce like Labo peripherals with this game. I don't know. It looks cool.
It would be, I hope they let you use the Labo stuff.
Yeah.
That would be sweet.
All right, y'all. Bye, everybody. Thank you. I'm
Bye.
ending the stream right now. And then
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Goodbye. Not Zelda Skyward Sword? No, I'm excited for that. There's too many games, dude. I gotta be careful with my money.
I'm not paying. I'm not paying $60 for Skyward Sword.
Fine. I pre-ordered the